Welcome friends to the Beaver Dam. We are back with another ADHD dream. We're going to be doing a little bit of catch up today because I gotta be honest, I had a day off today and I wasn't sure if Ahnald was going to be streaming today and you know, reaching out and doing a Star Wars Hunter stream with me today. So I was kind of taking it, you know, low. I slept more than 8 hours today. That is more than I have, like, I haven't slept more than 8 hours in months. Like, that was a beautiful night's sleep, and so I'm a little behind. I haven't even done my dailies for all my accounts for today, and usually I do them the night before, but I ended up hanging out with a friend till really late, and then I was like, I literally passing out as I'm trying to take a shower. I'm going to bed. And so I'm a little behind, so I'm gonna have to do my dailies really quick, and then we're gonna do some Conquest, and then we'll jump right into roster reviews. We're gonna try and speed run all of it. So it'll be a good time. I'm hoping for only an hour of gameplay, and then we'll get into roster reviews, but we may take a little longer, may have a little fun, and we may record a video with you guys, just because we've had a lot of people asking about something, and so I figure why not do it on stream and then make a video out of it, just so that way you guys can see it live and then other people can see it later on. So Rabbit Beaver sleep stream, how about not? Hey Gorilla, welcome. Breaking Lemur, Sovereign Winter, Josh, Storm Pooper, good to see each and every single one of you. Played TF2 for 9 hours straight last night. Oh my goodness, dude. Do you do 3 conquests? No, I do a Galactic War and 2 conquests. TF2, I've been hearing a lot of people playing TF2 as of recently. Insidious RE raiding with a party of 4 over on Twitch. Thank you, my friend. It is good to have you guys over here. We're just going to be doing some conquest and chill. Go through our dailies first, though. Let's see, I've already spent that, so I just need to kind of purchase my energy real quick, and we can jump right into our dailies. But how is everyone's wonderful Wednesday? Returning the favor from last night. Fair enough, Insidious. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I'm pretty new to Twitch, so I'm still learning how Twitch works and everything, but it's been a fun time, especially how easy it is to raid people, because they recently added that to YouTube, but over on Twitch, it's like a lot easier. They've done a lot of work on it. I feel like YouTube has a lot to catch up on. I wish YouTube did have that stuff catched up on. I actually didn't mean to do that on that account, but hey, I'm not paying attention very well. Yeah, no problem, dude. Yeah, last night I was super busy, so I raided you and then I had to get going, so I didn't watch or anything, unfortunately, but just for Ray, lost 5-1-1. Any ideas on Zayas or Omegas to make it work? I'll have my roster ready for the post. Yeah, fair enough, Sovereign Winter. Yeah, I can take a look. Okay. Let's see. Is that all the... Yep, okay. I purchased all the energy I need. Let's do things one piece at a time. Okay. We are going for just as fast as possible. We're not going for, like, as thorough as possible. So let's get through these dailies as fast as we can. Holdocron is gone. I'm sad. Hey, I eat sand. Welcome. Dude, you are the literal stuff of nightmares for Anakin. You know that? You eat sand? Bro, you are gonna make Anakin crap himself. I gotta remember what, like, I'm working on with each account. I should really farm Lord Vader. There you go. Hey, Isaac Theophilus? I don't know. Sounds like you need spreadsheets. Dude, I don't have time for spreadsheets. If I had time for spreadsheets, I'd keep track. But, like, honestly, it's more of just, like, in my brain, I need to, like, remember what each account is working on for a second. And then once I've got that, I can kind of just go through and do each account fairly easily. It just takes a second to kind of process which account's which for a second. And, like, remember what specifically these 2 accounts. Because this account is obvious to me what I'm working on because it's my main account, so I play it the most. But these 2 are the accounts that I run just for the channel. you know, this is our account where the members get to choose where it goes, so it's going for Afra. This is our free-to-play account that's going for, you know, the exact stuff that we want for our damn free-to-play guide, which we should be coming out with by the end of the month. I promise, guys. I'm going to be putting a lot of work into it, hoping to make some graphics and stuff and make it look all fancy, but we will have a free-to-play guide coming soon. We've already gone over kind of the basics of it over the last couple of months just because I've been, you know, working on this account, but how can pro multitask this much? It's called having ADHD. Like that's literally it, is I just have ADHD, and so it works really well. Hey, Cardboard Fish, welcome. Thank you for our members getting those General Kenobis out there for these guys. Stavros, welcome, my friend. I need to know what I should chase. The way that we do roster reviews here, we'll throw out this. There you go. Those should pop in chat just a moment. The way we do roster reviews is we do them in order of whether they come. Discord's the best way to do it if you want a free roster review. And then, you know, if you want a paid for roster review, you'll get top of the list. And then if you do a $5 paid for roster review, then you will interrupt whatever I may be doing to do the roster review. But otherwise, we wait until the end of whatever I'm doing for the stream, whether that's Grand Arena, you know, in this case, my dailies and a little bit of Conquest. But I gotta get my energy at least spent. Okay. Sorry, talking and doing dailies is kind of where I draw the line, where I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to get lost in like what we're talking about. Unfortunately, I don't actually have good enough tanks to do this account, the tier that I've unlocked on that account. Okay, one of these accounts, this account, and it's not this account, but this account. These two do not have a specific goal when it comes to fleets, and so we just gotta farm gear. Okay, and then let's see. Yeah, I think that all that's left is to spend our energy and to do our Galactic Wars. Okay, start with Veers, start Droidica, Fennec Shand. You know, Relic 9 Bodhi can counter all GLs. Oh yes, I did not know this, Breaking Lemurs. Can you send me some gameplay perchance? Rain coming in with the 1387. Would you like me to do a roster review? Is that what you're trying to do? Or are you just donating 1387 for fun? Good to have you here. Every time I see your profile picture, for some reason, it always reminds me of the old Spider-Man 2 with the Doc Ock. I don't remember the actor's name, but I don't know. It reminds me of the Doc Ock from the old Spider-Man 2. Yeah, 1337 is like something, but like 1387 is a random number. Oh, I forgot to throw that up. He will be donating, there it is, sorry, I'm on the other side of the screen today, to our Ahsoka fund, so thank you, my friend. Down to less than 1 million credits, oh no, Frank. Hey, Storm, welcome. I actually just saw you over on Scribe's channel, so welcome over to the Beaver Dam, my friend. You can't farm this guy. We already do this one? No, we haven't done that one. That's our last character on this, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So we're just working on Chirotex for the rest of our energy. Okay, we finished you. We're going to you. Going for those Chirotex. Want to hear anniversary review? Yeah, no problem, dude. If you don't want to interrupt, we can just put you at the top of the list. It's up to you. Usually $5 reviews or more. We usually interrupt whatever we're doing. But if you want to wait for, you know, when we start doing roster reviews, I'm 100% down for that. And we can just put you at the top of the list as soon as we get to roster reviews. If you end up having to like go fairly soon, just let me know and we'll hop into your roster review immediately. Your generic number I use, I don't know why 13. Fair enough, dude. I mean, yeah. Okay, so we need him still. Over here, we're farming Chirotex for you. Yeah, I think that's all of our energy on this account. Relic 13 Bodhi Rook, of course. Hey Grax, welcome. It's good to have you here. Dude, I love all of the different animated emojis I keep seeing over on Twitch. They're so cool. I really wish YouTube had that functionality. Spent. Yep, everything's spent. See the cup Datacron? I did look through the Datacrons a bit. I'm really excited for a lot of them. Like I really want an IG-11 Datacron with the support one. Like there's some really cool stuff in there. I'll kind of show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me just make sure that I've spent all my energy on all these accounts. Okay, so I need to spend some energy on here, which usually goes to gear to try and get my characters to gear 8. Because gear 8 to 12 is super easy, but getting to gear 8 is a pain. So, kind of buckling down and focusing that. So much luck needed this time? Yes and no, because you actually, the faction mechanic is actually much easier to do, because now it's not factions, it's just support, tank, all that kind of stuff. And so there's only like 6 tags, and it doesn't have to be light side or dark side. You could have a light side cron or a dark side cron, and then from there you can just be like, oh yeah, you know, I got my level 6, and it's like, oh no, it's healer. You click it, most likely you're going to get the one that you have. You have a, you know, 1 in 3 chance, 1 in 2 honestly, basically, of getting the one that you want out of there. So okay, ship energy is what I'm missing over here. Hey Vader, let's keep farming you. Oh, why see Beav, I leave, baby. Fair enough. How do I get into content creation so I convince my wife I need to wail harder? Just start making, dude. Honestly, that's the best thing I could tell you, is just start making things and try to find a niche and try to find something that like will fit you. So like, don't try to become something you're not, but try to find something that you do. If you like teaching, start making guides on something. If you like, you know, if you enjoy music, start doing something that's synced up to music. Whatever it might be, just kind of keep creating, and eventually you'll find your spot. So start somewhere and don't wait until you have the perfect video idea. It took me, how long have I had this account? Like 5 years on this account before I actually got traction. So like, you know, don't be sitting there doing nothing. Daka Marin died. Oof. Dude, I hate trying to play through the assault battles just because they take so incredibly long. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna grab you. Okay, that should all be all of my dailies on these 2 accounts, right? Okay, I think that's everything. Oh, we forgot one thing. Share credits, because I have a big too much, 150 million too much. Dude, I wish you could share credits with other people. I'd take some of that. When is Hunters coming back to the channel, RB? I was planning on doing some Hunters today, but no, Ahnald's too busy. No, he's a busy guy. I get it. So I don't know. We'll see. We might take some time out on this weekend and play some Hunters again. So Beaver at the end of the hallway saying "panic now" and pointing to nothing. Oh gosh, the new raid is so long. I 100% agree. We need to upgrade a ship. Let's upgrade Vader's ship a bit. Because we need to get our dark side fleet going on this account. As much as we like having our stuff going on the Rebels, because we have the Phoenix sitting in our roster already, we kind of need a dark side fleet. Star Wars Hunters is a Overwatch clone that's mobile only, that is Star Wars. And it doesn't use any like original, it doesn't have any of the original characters in it. It's none of the Star Wars characters. It's all characters they made up. So there's not like Chewie in there, there's not Han, there's, you know, oh, this Wookiee named Graz, or oh, hey, this Mandalorian named, I don't remember his name. Like, it's just a whole bunch of people that like they took species and that kind of thing and kind of made their own characters with their own lore, and it's just a little mobile game that you can play. They're like 5-minute matches, and it's kind of like Overwatch. So we've been playing it here or there. If you could donate credits, I would 100% have an alt. Jeez, there are so many animated emotes. Yeah, Star Wars Hunters. Yep, exactly. I've played quite a bit. I'm in Erodium right now. I play quite a bit. I've played it probably 6 times. I'm in Erodium right now, and or not Erodium, sorry. I believe I'm about to hit Beskar, and then I'll be hitting Kyber after that. So I'm getting close to top ranked, and I've only played like 6 times, because honestly, most people that play the game are not like players that play a ton of first-person shooters, it feels like. So it's a little easy in general for me. Farming EGL, should you start saving Zetas? That's a good question. I think it's kind of changed with the introduction of Lightspeed bundles, because people are starting to go and try to like go in with only a couple Zetas for the event. So I guess it just depends on which GL you're going for, because like SLKR, you technically only need 2 Zetas to get through the event. And so if that's the case, I mean, you only need to save up 2 Zetas, and so you can wait a little longer. But like in general, you kind of want to start saving up. And so like I would just kind of calculate how much you're getting from different assault battles and stuff. You get 18, let's see, 18 every 3 weeks. So almost 1 full Zeta every 3 weeks just from the challenges alone. Let's throw that Piet in here and just have them go in by themselves. Yeah, donate credits to new players. Yeah, if you could donate to like other players in your guild and stuff, I think that would be an awesome thing to do. Oh, come on. That stun was BS and you know it. Okay. Yeah, that's a loss. I think we couldn't beat this one last time just because we didn't have enough stamina. Let's take a look at what we have in the roster, see if we have something that can beat this. Sure, let's try it. These guys have pulled off crazier things before. Yeah, I'm doing Conquest right now. I see this and I feel like my one account takes time. But yeah, I would say at least, you know, if you're coming up on the requirements for a GL, like you have all the shards for the characters and you're coming up on the requirements, go look up what you need Zeta-wise for the event, and then at that point just start saving Zetas for the character. So if like you're getting close to where you're like just farming up the relics and that kind of thing, that's when I'd start saving up Zetas at the bare minimum. But usually, as soon as you start thinking about farming a GL, I typically like to just save up the 120, and then I just kind of sit there on them, and then every time I get 140, I'll use one. 140, I'll use one. And just kind of do it like that way and consider 120 as your 0 when you start considering to going for a GL. Oh yeah, I forgot this team is an infinite turn meter loop against this team. Because Vader reapplies the dots and he takes off the dots. And so you literally just have an infinite turn meter loop. I completely forgot about that interaction. Yeah, so you guys have fun. Hey, Virtual Discrete, welcome, welcome. Tuesday is saved so far. I'm going for Ray from Light Speed Ball, just JTR BB8 Chewy using Scavery. I'm done with the Rex. Have both Zoris already at least. Okay, if you have the Zori Zetas, you already have everything you don't need to unlock Ray. You don't need anything more than that. I already forgot. It's full Empire, isn't it? I don't think I have a good Empire team for this. Yeah, full squad of Empire units. What if we were to do... I know we need Imperial Trooper kills. What if we were to do Imperial Troopers, because it's been 24 hours since we used our Imperial Troopers? And see if we can't outspeed them. We'll replace Gideon with... where's our Wat Tambor? There's our Wat Tambor. Do you start farming crons after you get the crate you want? Not so much after I get the crate I want. I usually will try to finish Conquest in general and get through Sector 5, and then I'll start farming data crons. So that way I can get data crons before the first week of GAC, and then I'll go and finish my crate, and then I'll go farm data crons again. So I kind of do it in phases. So finish the Sector 5, and then do some data crons before the lock-in for the following week. And then after the lock-in, then I can work on my crate and finish my crate, and then I'll work back on datacrons with whatever remaining time I have. That's kind of my order of operations. Dang, not quite fast enough. Let's see if we can keep up our speed, though. I'm liking where our speed's at right now. Let's keep going. Okay, there goes Bosk. Okay, that works. That's a dub, guys. Or not. Why didn't we go through like any of Boba? Like we went through all of Bosk so easily, and then Boba was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna take any damage. Hit that, just give us some frickin' days. Holy shiz. Huh. Okay, let's just spread around some dots then, and at least let them kill themselves off. How did you not die from 40 damage over times? I'm so confused. Is anyone else confused? I'm confused. I am so confused. I'm confuzzled, people. Back-to-back streams, yes, we are. I honestly don't care. We're just going to go in and use whatever actually works. Let's try Phoenix here. I think Phoenix can take it down. Kill him. Okay. I mean, we got some kills with Imperial Troopers at least. Saving the pain of having 0 saves when unlocking GL again. Yeah, there you go. You guys have fun. Gotta be some modifier. Okay, fair enough. Got dots and debts right now. Dots and debts aren't necessarily great for doing any of the feats that I want to right now. So let's just go for our Mandos, and because I'm pretty sure these guys can full auto this. Confuzzled? That's a word? I like that word. Yeah, dude, confuzzled's obviously a word. I mean, the Beaver said it, therefore it is law. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Yeah, we are just getting demolished over here. Okay, let's see. They're gear 12. So Vader should take care of this fairly easily. Let's give him Vader, Savage, and Piet, and that should be good. You streaming on YouTube? Yes, I am streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the moment. So I've got 2 different chats open right now. How do you come you're playing on 3 accounts? Because this is our free-to-play account that we let our members choose where it goes. This is our main account. That's the account I've had for the last 3 years. That's been what I've played and what I started on. And then this is our free-to-play account we recently started to try out the new changes to free-to-play, as well as to demonstrate our farming guide. Let's see. Let's do this on you. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Oh, can't mark them down. It's fine though. Clear off those buffs. Yeah, sorry. I didn't want to throw the command RR to everyone. It's only the moderators that can access that, because I just didn't want people spamming it in chat, basically. So, I apologize. Okay, I think we're getting to the point where Vader can't die unless they one-tap him. Okay, we gotta be careful because Seer is gonna be insane. How are these guys still alive? Do you see how many dots there are? How is this still going? I'm unsure how we're getting an infinite loop. Does anyone know how we're getting an infinite loop? Just finish him off. Hello from the other side. Welcome, Performance Anxiety. Good to have you here. We're gonna try and just auto basic this. See if we can't make it through these guys. Because I don't know how we're getting an infinite loop, but we're getting an infinite loop over there. Is she immune to dots entirely? Yeah, it looks like she's immune to dots entirely. Interesting. Dang, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I know last time we just had Savage solo it, but we don't have the stuff set up for Savage. Sure, give him a full team. Just try it again. So it's after I put the message in Discord. So I put a message in Discord saying roster reviews are live now, and then any roster review after that I will work on from top to bottom. So let's just take Savior, sure. When does roster reviews start? Roster reviews start as soon as I'm done with Conquest. Yeah, give them a full team and I guess it works. Okay, we're not doing Datacrons. Oh gosh, there goes Vader. That might actually make us lose. We'll see. That torture is going to be real nice. Okay, she should die off to dots. Bow breaking blue sacks as per usual, yep. We already have an Amplify Agony. It's never a bad thing to have another, but we want the buff set up as well, just in case. Because we basically have a full dot setup. Okay, this is the last 2 battles on this account, so let's see what we can grab. Ability Fatigue. Constitutions, Thermal Exhaust. Let's grab a Thermal Exhaust. Okay, so we're gonna have to kill Geos. Sure, just throw them and you guys got this. I didn't even check what we're fighting or what the feats are, so let me check what the feats are. You know what? I feel like playing a good song. Let's see. I just caught up on this show. Literally today, and I'm gonna say it. I'm liking Acolyte more and more the longer it goes on. The beginning was definitely rough, like it was just so-so, but I am enjoying the newer episodes. I once again did not check my feats because I'm distracted. But yeah, Jeyson Hawk, if you want to go watch some fun videos, we have some members-only streams we've done. We have some members-only videos. You can go watch me and Scribe just talking about life. You can go watch Nooch Too Good reviewing my roster and being disturbed by the fact that I call Bo-Katan Mommy Mandalore. Just comes with some fun perks here and there. You also get access to our members vote, because you guys get to vote on a video I make each week. Okay, so full squad separatist, got it. Now, Igrax, I don't remember what we were talking about, but I'm guessing it was just the bow taking constant turns. I don't know why Paz was taking infinite turns. Getting to catch a damn stream. Welcome, Sean Reeser. It's good to have you here. Okay, we're gonna do a separatist. Separatist fight. Oh my gosh, guys. I love dots and debts of separatists. I'm telling you right now, I love dots and debts of separatists. Those data discs that give the damage over times, it's insane. So watch this. Are you guys ready? You guys ready? Okay, new gun ray's gone. We now have a turn.
Look and see that Anakin blowing up the Death Star possibly killed millions and millions of people. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this.
So yeah, I love Nuke Gunray Zeta on a separatist scene with dots and debts. It's just so freaking dumb. It's so dumb. I love it. My brain is rotting. You can't rot your brain that way. You can't rot your brain in SWGOH. SWGOH enhances your brain. It enlarges your brain. The only time that you can use 100% of your brain is when you play this game. It's how it works. Is this Ahnald's new song? Yes, it is. It is Izanami. I think technically it's his second newest song. I believe his Padme song is currently his newest song. I'm just gonna throw that in again because it's our last battle of the day on that account. Honestly, let's try Separatist against Darth Revan. It's probably not gonna work because of Malik, but it might as well try. Best song of 2024, exactly. I got S4 on my alt. Oh, it's Sector 4. Heck yeah, dude. That's awesome. Okay, let's clear off all the buffs. Okay, and we go all in. Let's drop that on Darth Malik, because he can Malik my balls. Let's. He got shock. I'm trying to remember. Does shock prevent all healing? It doesn't prevent protection regain. Okay. Sick. Yeah, just load up all those dots and debts. Kill them off, guys. Reduce the max health of Darth Malik. Fall. Oh, I was hoping for enough dots to finish him off. Ah, joke's on you. Die. Okay. Hey, Sergeant Cooker. Welcome, welcome. Gnome, good to see you again. Yes. It's good to see you, my friend. Brain nourishment. What's your opinion on stopping your farms to get Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan for their assault battles once farmable? I wouldn't say it requires necessarily a stop in farms, but I do think they should be added as soon farms for most people. I wouldn't say Relic 9 though. I'm not gonna tell anyone that they need to Relic 9 them. It's a lot to ask of someone who's under like under 6 million GP. If you're over 6 million GP, you have a solid basis in your roster, you've got like a defensive and offensive GL, you have some solid teams, then yeah, I'd add them in as a PP. Do them as a side project between your major projects. I don't think that's gonna be a bad thing whatsoever. Do I think Relic 9's seriously viable for most people? No. Do I think it's a good thing for a lot of the, you know, people that are like over 6 million GP? Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's just, it's something that I think is worth some degree. For the Empire. My favorite Phoenix Squad member. Did I accidentally throw him in here for some reason? Why is he in here? What happened to our, oh, we had someone die off. It has been literally forever since we've had someone die off. That's really interesting. Okay, who died off? That's oh, it's Sabine. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it through Nest, honestly. I think we'll be stuck permanently behind Nest. PPE4. Have you not heard the word PP? So PP stands for passion projects. They're vitally important for you in this game to have passion projects, because if you're just going after the next biggest thing, you're gonna get burnt out, especially when it's like something that you genuinely don't like. Like maybe you're not a fan of you know, the 3rd season of Mandalorian, so you don't want to go for Bo-Katan. Okay, that's fine. Go for something you enjoy. So PPs have their place in our farms. They have our PPs have a place in our heart. It's required that we go after PPs that we enjoy. And so that doesn't mean we should be completely inefficient, but it is understandable that people go for PPs because it keeps them playing the game longer. So I 100% get it, and I understand going for a PP. So there's nothing wrong with a little PP. Just saying it right there. Newest song is Fix Your Game. Oh, this one? Yeah, I'm guessing this isn't gonna win. What is going on here? ADHD heaven is what I like to call it. Yeah, we love them all, big or small. We don't discriminate. Coming out of the closet metaphor. Who needs to come out of the closet? Can you finish him off, please? He's gonna insta-kill someone. We've already lost one person. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest, I actually think this is gonna be better if I auto basic. We want to get rid of you. Let's get a target lock on you. Cooking and cheese. Oh, bit cooking. Okay, that's it for the free-to-play account. Get through all that conquest. I mean, since I'm doing them all at the same time, it doesn't take that long, honestly. So, you know, it takes me about an hour probably to get through everything that I need to. Yeah, let's get a solid intel. I don't think I can beat this team, I'm gonna be honest, but hey, we're gonna try. There you go. Take some Gear 4 and Gear 5 characters. Rushing my raid tickets now because I won't survive. Yeah, when you get promoted to somewhere like Erodium, Kyber, it's usually, once you get there, you're going to be destroyed pretty quickly. So you need a hard focus expanding outwards, you know, fix your fleets, fix your teams, that kind of thing. Oh, I don't have the upgrade to give them turn meter off of debuffs. I was like sitting here, I was like, why didn't they gain turn meter? And it's because I don't have stuff. Oh, look at those 2 insta kills.
Oh look, an update dropped.
Yeah. Nerf gas part 4. You went for new teams? Yeah, that's fair. Just Lilith. Took me a second to read that. There's so many like L's, just so many lines in that name that like I had an aneurysm trying to read it. But just Lilith. Going for JKL, need only 2 more relics. Heck yeah, I really do hope that you're taking your time and you're finishing your CLS on the way to that JKL. Because that is more important than just finishing the JKL first. I can't believe we actually won that. Sick. Let's see. Okay, so Geonosian Soldiers, Starfighter is one that we want, and then Zeb, and then we'll save the rest because none of these ships are ones that we want. Okay. And that's another free-to-play account done, and we're down to just 1 account. Yeah, it's... I know, eat sand. And I mean, Rex's doesn't become an insta-kill on a non-501st team either, because basically it's just dependent on how many turns he's taken, which is basically none. So... Gosh, I love Separatists and Conquest so much. Oh, it's so good, guys. It's so good. These guys just demolish the other team. Hey, Dominic, welcome, welcome. Echo is your #1 enemy. I freaking love the dots and deaths. So for those of you who are looking to do this exact same thing because you just got your gas lightspeed bundle and you're getting your General Grievous up, here's the dots and deaths that I'm referring to when I say dots and deaths. So you basically just want a volatile accelerator, unstable, amplify agony, thermal exhaust, and a caustic emissions. That's all you need to get it going. Yeah, Newt lead isn't bad by any means, but like it's better to have a Newt lead team and a GG team, or you know, a GG team with Newt, because I love Newt on the GG team. This is what beats JMLs for me. I love it. Why are they so strong in Conquest? Hold on. If Newt takes a turn, I will show you. Oh, Zealous Ambition is just awful for enemies. Yeah, I'm working on a Zealous Ambition team here pretty soon, so give me some time and I'll be there. Okay, so let's get Newt Gunray a turn if we can. Looks like New Gunray did not take a turn. I'm sorry, guys. Give me just a second, I'll show you. My favorite is Dashing Conquest. Yeah, dude, Zealous Ambition and Leader's Resolve on Dash is still one of my favorites. Oh, okay, it crashed, which means we can switch to the PC client. Screw BlueStacks, dude. CLS is Relic 7. Yes, CLS is Relic 7, but is the rest of your characters relicked? That's the question. JKL Profundity Leia. I mean, JKL Profundity JML is probably the better idea, just saying just Lilith. Just because you, did you buy the Lightspeed bundle for Shadows of the Empire? Because if you bought that, you are literally like 5 characters, maybe less, away from finishing Jedi Master Luke. Okay, you didn't buy that Lightspeed bundle? In that case, yeah, I would say you can go for Leia and not worry about it. JML is technically closer, especially because you're going Profundity, which is going to share Rex. But I'm not going to fault you for Leia, because Leia is a better GL overall, so. Yeah, but I won't Leia. And exactly, as I said before, there's nothing wrong with a little PP. If Leia is your PP, go for Leia. I get it. I 100% get it. So the reason that they are so good is because, let's go over to the Separatist faction. General Grievous has this ability called Metalloid Monstrosity. Whenever a droid or Separatist ally is defeated, Grievous dispels all debuffs off of himself and resets all his cooldowns and gains a bonus turn. He also says whenever a target locked enemy is damaged, each droid and each Separatist ally gains turn meter, doubled for Grievous, and target locked enemies can't counterattack. And then additionally, when damaged by attack, dark side enemies lose 5% turn meter, and light side enemies lose to 2% potency, which is nice. But overall, so you're running a turn meter train. You're getting a turn every one time someone dies. When Nute Gunray dies, he respawns. And so if he dies, you're like, oh no. Anyways, Wavy Tome, thank you for following over on Twitch. You're like, oh no, this guy died. Well, he's back because he revives. And then you look at Nute Gunray Zeta, and it says whenever a Separatist ally inflicts a debuff, they also gain 5% max health, or they also deal 5% max health damage to that enemy, which can't be evaded. So basically, Amplify Agony, which is a data disc, does the same thing, except the damage can't kill anyone. And so what happens is you hit someone, you drop 3 dots on them because of the ability of the volatile accelerator. And so for each of those dots, you're going to deal 6% damage as max health damage by your Amplify Agony, and then additional 5% for each of the dots for Nute Gunray's ability, which can kill people off. And so it just stacks and stacks and stacks, and each of those dots hitting and each of those debuffs hitting is counting as damage. And so then the Unstable Decelerator is going to remove their turn meter for each of those instances of debuffs. And so you basically completely lock down their turn meter and completely just obliterate them with damage. So that's why this team is so incredibly good in Conquest. Having a weak Nute is kind of meta, because if you can have Nute Gunray die off early, you can do a lot of stuff. In general, the team's going to gain a lot of turn meter regardless and get that turn meter train going, because like whenever a droid ally is harmed, B2 gains turn meter, and so he'll get a turn really quickly, and as soon as he does his AoE, the same kind of train will start rolling. So no matter what, the team's going to be good in Conquest. But like if you're looking at, for instance, going up against Jedi Master Luke, if you have a weak Nute Gunray, he dies off instantly, Grievous gets a turn, and you can roll a turn meter train and beat JML really easily. It becomes harder when you have a relic Nute. Although you do have access to Datacrons, so that can also make it easier. So it's just kind of a give and take. I'm at 1 lol. I'm doing, to be fair, I am doing 3 refreshes a day. So keep that in your mind while you're looking at this. Bye, Grievous. Hey, Ben Kenobi, it's good to have you here, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Marin to Gear 12 and Crex to Relics. One or the other, would you rather using Crex or Marin if you bought every Lightspeed bundle? Crex. Yeah, Crex. I don't know. Crex. Crex doesn't need a lot to get going. He does so much for his team. He doesn't require the Gear 12 to unlock one of his abilities. He's just really, really, really solid as a character. He can fit in so many teams. Like, it's just, I don't know. He's just overall a better character. Marin does lift up the faction and is helpful. But like, it does require a lot of investment into the Night Sisters to get it anywhere. So, I don't know. I'm gonna say Crex. Gun to my head, Crex. Wait, isn't Bad Batch supposed to be good against Grievous? Zori Squad is amazing. I love the Zori Squad. Or yeah, Zori I love for Conquest. I definitely do use Zori for Conquest. Yeah, JML is the king of Conquest. So the JML... Okay. Let me explain why we talk about JML. Yeah, Bane's nice. He still has everything. If you're just trying to get through Conquest, there's a lot of good teams. There is. But JML is the king of Conquest because A, you get CLS on the way to him, and CLS is another character that can basically auto Conquest. But like this ability right here, Han's on training, defeat 35 enemies with Han. If I have to do this, I have to make a team of full Han characters or like push that kind of thing where I'm like getting Han to deal a bunch of damage. So I have to get rid of dots and debts and that kind of thing. But under Jedi Master Luke gives himself that Master's training, which allows you to call other light side allies to assist, and they deal extra damage equal to his protection. And so that way you can make sure the Hans get the kill because you can just call them to assist. So Luke will never take a turn where he kills anyone. He's just going to force everyone else to kill everyone. So those feats become the easiest thing in the world. Plus you can use JML at like 2% stamina. He's still going to be great. So that is why JML is considered the king of Conquest. So thank you, Ben Kenobi, for the gifted membership, and I love that so much. Okay, hold on, guys. That is the greatest irony I have ever seen. Okay, here's our Discord, right? So this is General Kenobi 3409. If you click on it, his actual name is Ryoshi. So Ben Kenobi just gifted a membership to General Kenobi. That is amazing irony right there. I love that. Oh, that's great. Thank you for the gifted membership, my friend. I appreciate it. 100 crystal refresh on Conquest because I'm bored. I mean, yeah, go for it if you're bored. English or Spanish? DJ Dragon, did you ask a question earlier, or are you just saying what I know? I only know one phrase in Spanish, and that's tengo queso en mis pantalones y soy embarazada. That's all I know, really. I mean, I could also say, you know, mi baño es muy grande. I don't know. Of course, there's the classic "Donde está la biblioteca?" I've got a couple phrases in there. See, guys, I avoid social media. I know that there's something in there that I fell for, but like, dude, I stay away from social media, not because I want to stay away from social media, but because I found that if I have social media, I don't have time to make videos for you guys. And so I've completely cut myself off from TikTok, from Instagram. Like, I just can't do it right now. Kenobi strong together. Mara snack as well. Okay, let me grab Mara real quick and we'll give Mara a treat. Do fun projects, fair enough. As long as you're like, yeah, like 2 GLs and 2 fleet GLs, you're still gonna do great, just Lilith. So it's not like necessarily that you're doing anything bad, and you're still staying in the Rebel Trinity. Like if you were to be like, oh, I'm going for Leia and then I'm going for JMK and then I want to go get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, I'd be like, whoa, you're kind of, you know, going in weird ways. But like you're staying in the Rebel Trinity, you're getting Leia after Jedi Knight Luke, you're doing some solid stuff that makes sense. Black Knight, welcome. You posted something for me. What did you post for me? Oh my gosh, that 100% deserves an air horn, my friend. Someone just relicked 5 Savage. I am so proud of you, dude. I'm just so proud of you. Spanish. I don't understand that one, Virtual Discrete. The end is, please, thank you, but I don't know. How is Ahsoka literally a grand? That would be because we're going for a day 1 Ahsoka. And so you got to remember, YouTube takes a cut of the money that we get. They take 30% of anything that is donated, and so it's looking more like $700. Now, 4 marquee characters cost me $650 to get Jar Jar Day 1, and so I'm basing it off of that overall for Ahsoka. So that's why my goal is $1,000 for it. So because that would be about $700 that actually makes it to me, and that $700 would be just about where it would be for the 4 marquee characters. That doesn't include any of the relics or anything like that. That's going to be trying to do it as naturally as possible, or whatever money I can afford myself. So that is why that number is that number. So, which is opposed to how it used to be with marquee characters, where it costs much more than $650. So, Mara Snack win right now. Give me just a sec. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on chat. Sure. Gotta taste it. Over. Go overs. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, yeah, go. I love you. This is Mara Jade. This is our mascot for the Beaver Dam. We love Mara. She's a very cuddly poopers. Okay. Yeah. Anytime anyone donates $1, we always give Mara a treat. Ezra Scritcher. I love that, Rain. The chair fund is ready to go, but I'm putting the purchase of the chair on hold for the reason of I'm going to be moving at the end of the month. So at the end of the month we're moving, and then I will purchase the chair when I move down there, because I don't want to buy a chair now just to have to take it apart, drive it to a different state, and then remake it. So what do I do for work? Currently I work for Pepsi. I go and fill shelves for Pepsi, but I just put in my notice, so in 3 weeks I'm quitting. I'm gonna start going into IT though. That's the current plan. For GL Snips, thank you, Wep Pliskin, for coming in with the $19.99. You are awesome, my friend. $20 more Mara sacks. That's what the $1 is for. Whenever someone donates $1, they can't put a message in, so I automatically assume that's for Mara. Nightmare. Just asking what? Oh, why are you moving? Oh, are you saying where are you moving and why? Because you said why and why. So I'm currently living in a college town, and I was going to college. I'm taking a break from college and moving into IT until I can decide what I fully want to do, because I refuse to go into debt for school. And so I'm taking a break for at least a couple months. It might be longer, we'll see, until I can A, cash flow it, and B, be able to know exactly what I want to do, or have a good inkling rather. And so I'm moving closer to family. So not too far away from here. I'm going to be moving about 5 hours south of where I live right now, but I'll be moving close to all of my extended family as well as my close family, because they all moved to the same area. So that's over $10. Take a shot of the ghost pepper now. I do have Da Bomb on my desk, but to be fair, the Da Bomb, my first tasting of Da Bomb will be on a members only video this Friday, so keep an eye out for that, members. Chat just makes an alliance to give your dog diabetes. Oh gosh. Gotta donate $1 20 times next time. It does it itself, so like it's automatic, and so as soon as it pops up above me, it'll automatically add it to the overall number. So that's the nice part, is it automatically does it for me. No dead gang, exactly. Okay, so win without a Jedi or on a light force user, win with Galactic Republic Jedi. I hate it when they do opposite ones so you can't get them in one battle. Can someone give me a membership? I need to be on that Pepper stream. Yeah, so this is at 10%, by the way, if you didn't notice. This is at 10% overall stuff. And they're still doing crazy damage. Unfortunately, we just like lost everyone from that AoE, but it's fine. Someone should do 100 gifted and I'll most likely get it. Or make sure, so speaking of gifted memberships, make sure all of you have gifted, okay. Screw you, CG. Make sure all of you have gifted memberships active and like in your settings, because it is an optional thing, which I think is kind of stupid. But it's definitely something you should go take a look at and make sure that you have active. Because we did just have a huge wave of gifted memberships yesterday. So. Here, you know what? You know what, Alex RG? I got you, bro. I got you. Everyone go and make sure you have gifted memberships on. Go right now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds and I will gift 10 memberships right now. Catching a few of your streams, really like the content. Keep up the great work. I used to work at Pepsi too, left 3 years ago. Nice, very nice. Dude, it's not a bad job. Definitely not something I want to do forever though. So it's been very good with, you know, my school schedule and everything. So I prefer everyone to disable membership so I have a chance. Yeah, if you're a content creator, a lot of the times it won't let you get memberships unless you're like the last person on Earth, which is kind of sad. Okay, let's play our song. And on the first beat drop, we will do where's our song? There it is. At the first beat drop, we'll do the first set of 5, and then the second beat drop, we'll do the second set of 5.
Now under the influence of a Sith Lord called Darth Sidious.
Regional governors now have direct control over their territory.
Just Lilith. It's subscriptions, but for YouTube.
Keep the local systems in line.
So I'm gifting 5 subs essentially on YouTube.
Any attack made by the rebels against this station would be a useless gesture.
So you get access to like our vote that we have going on and everything like that, and then you also get access to our members only streams or our sub only streams, just stuff like that.
Is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, I don't think so.
I can't believe Alex RG actually got it. That's great. Okay, we're just waiting on the next beat drop, and we'll drop another 5. Ba-bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-bum, bum, bum.
Today is the end of the Republic. The end of a regime that acquiesces to disorder. At this very moment, in a system far from here...
Yes, Sovereign Winter, I get to gift 10 free subs a month. And these are the 10 free I can do a month. Ben Kenobi coming in with another one. Clone Wars Chewie, congratulations on your gifted membership.
This vast machine which you have built, upon which we stand, will bring an end to the Senate, their cherished fleet. All remaining systems will bow to the First Order, and will remember this as the last day of the Republic.
Did you come back to say you forgive me?
Reminds me of you in German. Yeah, fair enough. So overall, gifted memberships are based off of randomization, but you have a higher priority the more you interact with my content. So the more you interact, the more likely you will get a gifted sub when you do get gifted to my channel. Okay, let's see. We gotta just get through this. We got one for Galactic Republic Jedi. I don't know if I have a good Galactic Republic Jedi team. You, and let's give him you. Also, keep in mind, guys, if you have a gifted membership just now and you haven't done it already, go to your Discord, and I want you to go in and check your user settings, go to connections, and make sure your YouTube is connected to your Discord. If you do that, or if you're on Twitch and you get a sub, make sure your Twitch is connected to your Discord. If you do that, it'll give you the roles to be able to get your stuff in Discord. And through Twitch, I won't be able to post videos because Twitch is weird like that, and they aren't like an overall platform where you can post videos. And so I will be working on a way to make sure that our people over on Twitch can get access to all of our members only content as well. So give me some time to figure that out, and I will make sure that the people on Twitch do get the sub content too. Noxious Nexes coming in with the $49.99 to help pay for your multiverses therapy. Dude, so last night when we were playing multiverses, I was sweating so hard. I literally got finished and it was just, my whole shirt was soaked, and I'm like, gosh, this game makes me sweat so bad and I hate it. Like, that game, dude. Thank you for the $49.99. All in on her. Oh yeah, she's immune to percent damage effects, so she's gonna be problematic here. Top 10 exercise moments. Let's heal up you. Yeah, see, we're really not doing much damage, is the problem. Nah, limit once per turn, suck it. Okay, there's a reduction to health. Also, does anyone have any requests for songs? Wasn't the bomb from $50? Yes, when we do our next hot sauce stream, yes, the bomb will be $50. But we are not doing a hot sauce stream right now. Dude, I cannot handle 2 hot sauce streams in like the same month. That's just, it's too much, dude. From outside heat, so it's painful. Dude, I hate the heat so much. It's been so hot here and I'm dying. Want a Wonga? Okay.
What did you say?
Beaver karaoke.
Oh, I don't think so. What did you say?
He's yelling. He's holding me back.
We almost had it down to just Bo.
What did you say? What did you say? I would certainly like to.
Yeah, no, I already did that, Grax. So the Twitch does have their own stuff. The problem is I can't post videos on YouTube, and they'll be able to see them. And so I need to make like a Google Drive where people can go and look through all of the members only content if they want to. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now, but I'm gonna see if there's another way I can do it. Dude, I love the Bo-Katan team. You know what? I don't like her. Let's throw hands.
And I know I shouldn't. And I know I shouldn't. I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
We got this, guys.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't. And I know I should more.
Are consumables worth using? I mean, yeah, if you're struggling, go for it, dude. Like, I'm not gonna say they're not worth it. I'd save them for feats typically, but if you're struggling to like just get through in general, like go for it, dude. Holy shiz, that was so much damage.
I would certainly like to.
Killer!
Oh, I do.
And they're gone! I love the Mommy Mandalore team so much.
Did you say?
Where's the original clip from? Oh, for Dawanawanga? That's from episode 6. It's, Bib Fortuna, I believe. Padme lead against 501st clones. Oh, Padme lead 501st clones. That's interesting. Who are the most important team members for Bo-Katan Mandalore? There's only one. That's it. Like that's it for her. Hold on, let me check. Stacking offense. We can always use another stacking offense. Exhaust. Yeah, we'll go for the stacking offense that's up here. So this is the only character that you're gonna have to farm up, because this is a requirement, this is a requirement, and this is a requirement, and then Bo-Katan Kryze is the best 5th member. You could throw Armorer here, but Armorer doesn't do as good in general with Bo-Katan. Like, it actually, yes, you have an extra mass assist, but it's actually not that helpful, honestly. So, like, this is the best one. You just cannot beat her protection regeneration. So 8% protection recovery when Mandalorian ally attacks out of turn. And it's all Mandalorians recover that much whenever a Mandalorian ally attacks out of turn. And so like they just constantly just keep themselves alive. So this is the team that you want. So get your Bo-Katan to Relic 5. Your Bo-Katan's a requirement for JMK anyways, and so there's your team. Yeah, this is just the best team. So, hey Din, welcome. Yeah, it was interesting credit music. I gotta say, I really enjoyed the last couple of episodes. Yeah, just kill him. You don't like it? Well, this is the doorway. Yeah, stun min animation. Ahnald is a virgin. Fair. Okay. Without spoiling too much for Acolyte, because we don't like spoilers here, we want people to be able to enjoy things at their own pace. And so once Acolyte finishes, then I will talk about it, because then I'll feel okay to talk about it. But the whole Virgins thing that is mentioned in there, I literally came up with that same idea in my D&D campaign months ago, and I did it. And then I like brought Cortosis into my game as well and put that in there, and I brought both of those into my campaign. And so watching Acolyte, I'm like, bro, they have the same understanding of Star Wars that I have. That's interesting. So it was just a really interesting idea of like having these two things that like were in my Star Wars D&D campaign, and I'm like, oh, this is based off of a couple things in old canon and a couple things like that. And then it's just like, oh yeah, here you go, an Acolyte, here's like straight up what you did in your campaign but shown on screen. I'm like, that's cool, I like that. I don't understand people's beef with episode 3. Like, yeah, episode 3 feels unnecessary. Now that you get to the point where we're at, I feel like it's a lot more necessary, but initially it felt very unnecessary. But I wouldn't say it was necessarily bad. I think a lot of people just hated on the fact that, like, they thought that it messed with the whole Anakin storyline, which it really doesn't. Just Loa, thank you for following over on Twitch, my friend. You have a great night. I watch content, the internet tells me not to like said content. Yeah, because we should listen to what the internet says every time. I think that's a great idea. Yes, episode 7 was the episode 3 lifter. That's a good way of putting it. Is this you telling us you were one of the writers working on the Acolyte? No, this is me telling you that all the people who say, hey, you know, all the writers have never watched Star Wars. It's like, no, some of the actors don't know Star Wars like at all, but there's only one writer that doesn't know Star Wars very well, and that's a good thing. But like overall, they definitely do know what they're talking about. But I would honestly, if I could become part of the group who maintains like the canon, that I can't remember what they're called, but there's a group of people that work for Disney that are the same people that worked when George Lucas was owning Lucasfilm, that like they go through and make sure everything like fits together and that kind of thing. They get sent out to, like, when Jedi Fallen Order was coming out, they got sent out to Respawn and had a representative with Respawn, so that way they'd be like, okay, this wouldn't make sense, but you can shift it to this, and then that would work. I would love to have that job. I think it would be so much fun. When you can overreact in the moment. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Maul Sidious is kind of the go-to in the raid right now. Anakin blew up the Death Star. Anakin's Force Conception is one of one. It is one of one. There is a big difference between a perversion in the Force and something happening in that way, where someone does something to affect something, than the Force itself, with its own will, creating something. Because that is wild. That is something unheard of, because the Force does have a will according to the Jedi, and so the fact that it went out and did that is something that's one of one and something that's crazy. Versus this, which is just a perversion of the Force. So like, I think people are blowing it out of proportion, 100%. Yoder, you think I get copyrighted? How dare you? Let's play another, just to prove it. I do not get copyrighted for any of his songs. I think the only one that gets copyrighted is the one for, that is his newest one. So. Norley, thank you for following over on Twitch. Sorry, brain's not working too much.
That is your fault, not mine.
Did you hear the end credits of the latest episode? Yeah, I was dying, yeah. Dude. Like, okay, there's lore explanations, there's non-lore explanations. I don't care what explanations you want for fire and space, but dude. Like, it's not like it's a new thing. Like, Star Wars has always had sound in space. They've always had fire in space. Like, it's not a new thing. Some of the things people complain about are wild to me. Virtual discrete, that is, no, that is completely false. That was something that was inside a comic. People interpreted it that way, but the people that made the comic came out and were like, no, this is not how this happened. This was Palpatine Plagueis seeing a Force vision of him being conceived. That's it. And so no, that he was not conceived by anyone else besides the Force itself. Some wizard dudes. You have a great day, Appley. Who are we facing? And I honestly haven't been paying attention. Okay, we're just gonna make this easy on ourselves and just call it a day. Father, son, and a daughter, next unit. So if you want to hear my overall theory, if you're looking at old canon, here, here's my overall theory. During the events leading up to episode 1, before that, Plagueis' master Tenebrous and his master Venomous were able to pierce the veil of the light side with dark side power, which is what caused the blindness in the Jedi. That was their kind of overall thing that they talked about in the Plagueis book. I think Anakin was the Force's response in trying to balance the Force. You know, they poked a hole in it. They're trying to, you know, break their way into the galaxy. Anakin was born of the Force as a response to that. But there's nothing specific that's like, oh, this is how this works. Yeah, just to watch things blow up in complete silence. Texas Roadhouse? Yeah, there's a Texas Roadhouse here. We actually, back in Alaska where I grew up, we got our first Texas Roadhouse a couple years ago, and everyone lost their crap over it. Like, literally, it was like hours to wait just to get in. Like, it was insane. Can solo gas in Conquest, no need for Bane? Yeah, no, I know that, but, you know, honestly, I'm like kind of sitting here and I'm like, I've been screwed by it before because I've had some crap data disks, and so I just didn't want to, I didn't want to juggle it because I really want to maintain as many stars as I can throughout. Oh, I hate how slow C's animations are too. They're awful. Poorly thought out. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is there'll always be poorly thought out things in all of the Star Wars movies, so you can... People are going and watching with the intent to find something they don't like. That's just what it is. Because, like, people don't complain about any of the stuff that happens in any of the other Star Wars movies. Because there's so much that I'm, like, just sitting there. I'm like, that was so bad. Why did we do that? But, like, I still love Star Wars. If we go just looking for holes to poke in, we're always going to find holes to poke in. So, I don't know. Like... Was it the best idea? No. Was it something that I can look over? Absolutely. I was just kind of like, that's a little weird, and I call it good there. So, yeah, and that's literally just one part of the Chosen One prophecy too. And like, on top of that, the Chosen One prophecy is something that none of the Jedi actually understand. Like, for Qui-Gon to say, "Hey guys, I think he's the Chosen One," it was like, let me think. I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. Give me a sec. It's like me going up to you guys and saying, hey guys, you know what Star Wars movie I really enjoy? Caravan of Courage. Would half of you know what that is? Probably not. It's an Ewok movie that I used to watch all the time as a kid because we'd rent it from the library every single week. And like, yeah, I loved it as a kid. Is it a great movie? But like, it's something obscure. It's something out there that no one's really talked about. No one's really considered in years. Like the prophecy was something that was just, all the Jedi have kind of left it in the past. They think it's craziness. Dooku and Qui-Gon are two of the only ones that have really looked at the prophecies in recent years. And like, Qui-Gon's one of the few people that have taken some of them seriously. Like it's not something that's widely spread among the Jedi, and so like people were constantly way back when in the Jedi trying to like piece together this prophecy and stuff, but they stopped doing it just because they found that it was more important to focus on like the now. Of course the Jedi started to float away from that, but you know, I don't know why I'm taking this team in, but I'm taking this team in for fun. Star Wars has never been a sci-fi movie. Star Wars has always been a sci-fi fantasy. That's always how it's been. If you want sci-fi, you're gonna go watch Star Trek. You're not looking for realism in Star Wars. You're looking for space wizards. It's literally space wizards with you know, technology elements, but they never try to explain any of the technology that they have. There's not really a point to explaining any of the technology they have because that's not the focus. They don't have to say the quarks are going in a clockwise rotation, which allows us to go to hyperspace. Who gives a shiz? You guys go to hyperspace, it gets you from planet to planet, and that's interesting. It's never been a sci-fi show. Crap on Acolyte. We have not started roster reviews. We're almost done. This is our last set of battles, and then we will start roster reviews, but we will start them soon. Thoughts on Cam lying to the Jedi Council about the Sith? That's the thing. Okay. Okay. Yes, there is a possibility that that is a piece of canon that they didn't consider when making this show. I 100% agree. The whole Cam saying they haven't seen a Sith in 1,000 years. But also, I don't want to spoil things. Everyone close your ears that has not caught up an Acolyte. Everyone close your ears. Close your ears right now. I'm going to give you 30 seconds of time. Come back in 30 seconds and it'll be spoiler free. So 30 seconds starting now. Close your ears. Okay, so they just said in this last episode that it's just a fallen Jedi. They literally did. And so it's literally just that. It's a fallen Jedi, which was even in the old canon, there was fallen Jedi. And you can look at it from that perspective, and they might still have an answer to this. Maybe everyone dies. We could see that. We don't know. But I'm guessing they took it into account, guys. So just give it some time. Anyways. I'm looking for the most realistic imaginary Space Wizard show possible. Oh, I love that, Grax. Oh, gosh. Whoever's mentioning it, Nightmare. Just because he's the most followed YouTuber for Star Wars doesn't mean he has a great opinion. He's literally a guy who thrives off of controversy and is willing to use his platform to try to get his community to yell at someone online. Like, I have little to no respect for the guy. Does he have some good videos for like lore stuff and things like that? Yeah, but honestly, he just causes more contention in the Star Wars community than anything else that I've seen. And so I genuinely just can't get behind it, like, at all. Like, you know, good on you for being a Star Wars fan. I love that you're a Star Wars fan and you've done some great things for the Star Wars community, but at this point he's really just trying to thrive off the fact that he knows he can make thousands off of shitting on whatever's coming out right now. Like, that's just all it is. And that's what a lot of people are doing, is just they know that they can get views off of crapping on the new stuff, and so they do. I'm gonna write when it'll be spoiler free. I mean, I'm not doing anything spoiler wise anymore. I'm just talking about Star Wars theory. Videos are hilarious. Yeah, I love the deep fake ones. Those are definitely entertaining. Exactly, Jack1best. If you sit there and be like, oh my gosh, Acolyte is the most amazing thing I've ever seen, then yeah, you're gonna get views. Or if you do the opposite, you're gonna get even more views and be like, oh my gosh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. You're gonna get even more views. The problem with going either way is Acolyte is not the most amazing show, and it is not the worst show I've ever watched. And so you can't go either way. So there's no way to get good views unless you just crap on it. Because either you're gonna tell people, oh my gosh, it was amazing, and people will look at you and be like, Syrians, thank you for subscribing over on Twitch. Thank you, my friend. That is our second subscriber on Twitch. That's so freaking cool. But like, you know, it's just not gonna sell because it's just a so-so show. Like, am I enjoying it more and more? Am I giving it like a 7 out of 10 at this point versus like the 5 I would have given it when I first started? Yeah, absolutely. But like, it won't sell unless you crap on it, unless you start poking holes. So last drip some milk out of it. Yeah, fair. Oh, what is that? Oh, hype train. I don't know what a hype train means, but sick. You have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes? That's weird and wild. Okay, I need to learn so much more about Twitch, guys. Thank you, Wavy Tone, for subscribing. Gosh. Fair enough, Sirens, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting a lot of work into the Twitch over the next couple of weeks. Let's see. let's get a protection recovery. Unleash the swear word jar. I did swear during that, which was impressive to me that I was like, I was that passionate about it. But it's just people just crapping on something, and like I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would really enjoy Acolyte. Sub gift or use this to get to the next level. Oh, that's so interesting. Do we got anyone else that wants to do anything like that? I don't know what a hype train does or anything, but that's cool. That's so cool. But yeah, no, like, I don't know, there's people out there who would love Acolyte. I know there is, because there's a lot of people that love the mysticism. There's people that loved season 6 of Clone Wars. There's people that didn't. There's people that didn't enjoy the whole Yoda going on his mystical adventure, and I get that. But there are people out there that do love the mysticism side of Star Wars, and that's what Acolyte is about. You know, Andor was about the down-to-earth people. This is the war. Acolyte is more of that mystical side, and so I know there's people that out there that would really enjoy that, but there's so many people crapping on it and saying that it's an awful show that it's going to discourage the people that would enjoy the show from watching. And I don't want to do that, because, you know, maybe it's not my favorite, no, but there's some people that might be like, this is the coolest Star Wars thing I've ever seen, and I'm like, that's great. I love the fact that you love something Star Wars and we have something to talk about. So like, I don't know, it's just a scam train. Why is it called a scam train? Yeah, I definitely think this is one of those shows they should have released all at once, because the pieces, like the leading up and the pieces, have felt a little too disjointed. And so, like, if it was all in one show, I feel like I could have binge watched it and I would have really enjoyed it. But the beginning is just, it feels like it's really disjointed, but then the last couple of episodes have really taken those disjointed bits and filled in the gaps. And so I definitely think that waiting till the end of the show might be the best thing you could possibly do. Fair enough, Wavy Loan, or Wavy Tone. Thank you, my friend. Scams propel to buy more. I mean, hey, I'll take the money. This is gonna be the first time I've ever gotten money from Twitch, which is cool. We just hit affiliate, so I still am learning so much about Twitch, dude. There's so much to learn about Twitch. Like YouTube, it's all fairly intuitive because they're kind of basic themselves. They haven't caught up with Twitch's overall stuff that they do. But like Twitch just has so much to learn. And so I'm like learning a little bit each day. Star Wars in name only. You could argue that about literally anything, dude. Like, are you saying that you want more 7, 8, and 9 because Star Wars 7, 8, and 9 was just Star Wars movies to make Star Wars movies? It was just preying upon nostalgia and trying to, you know, make something that'll sell. I don't want that. I want Star Wars that, like Mandalorian Season 1, Star Wars that's a Western. I want, you know, stuff like Andor, Star Wars, but it's a war thriller. You know, we get these different Star Wars shows that are like, instead of just being Star Wars to be Star Wars, but they're Star Wars with a different twist on it. I love that. I definitely do. It keeps it fresh, it keeps it interesting, and it makes it so that way we can have new characters instead of just, it's always going to be the same formula of the hero's journey and focusing around the Skywalkers, and everyone has to be related to someone, you know, as just, I don't know. I like that. Retconning is hard to do, right? I mean, you're not wrong, but okay. Season 2 of Clone Wars was one of the biggest times I've ever hated Star Wars. Season 2 of Clone Wars, because in Season 2 of Clone Wars, they introduced the Mandalorians as pacifists. And they also said that Jango Fett, he's not a Mandalorian, he obviously stole that armor. And that made it canon. And Jango Fett was a beast in old canon. He literally just fought Jedi with his bare hands. He was so freaking sick. He was the leader of the Mandalorians at the time. Awesome stuff. Very cool comics. Some of the only Star Wars comics I read, and I loved it. I loved the Bounty Hunter game as a kid, and then George Lucas decided to poop on it. And then, you know, he decided to poop on the Republic Commando books that were like the most popular books coming out at the time. The final book was about to be written, and he's like, no, I want Mandalorians to be pacifists. So that book is no longer canon. Like, it has always been a thing that Star Wars is retconning everything because George Lucas has no respect for anyone's creative liberties whatsoever. So, like, it's always going to be a thing. Like, yeah, it's gonna happen, and like something like what Ki-Adi-Mundi said in episode 1 is a lot less than anything else George Lucas has done. Ugh. Also doesn't mention the prequels. I mean, but the prequels at least had new characters. They had new storylines. Like, yes, we had Anakin, but we introduced like Qui-Gon. You know, we had a little bit more to it. It wasn't just preying on nostalgia. It was trying to tell a story that was related. Like, episode 1 through 6 was a finished storyline, and then they were just like, we want to find a way to add more to it because that's necessary for some reason. So I do love Rogue One. Rogue One was amazingly well done, but it was the same kind of thing. It's a Star Wars movie that's also a war movie. It was made by all people who, you know, were people that made war movies, and so that's how it turned out. Trey, they fixed it. They fixed the Jango thing. They did fix it. So that happened back in season 2 of Clone Wars, and I was so depressed. And then years later, in season 2 of Mandalorian, they ask Boba, are you a Mandalorian? No, then you don't deserve that armor. And he pulls up his chain code and says, look, here's Jango. Jango was a Mandalorian. So they fixed that piece of canon, and I appreciate Jon Favreau for doing that. Dave Filoni, those two really healed a piece of my heart that George Lucas had shattered, and so they fixed that one. Too old to be Revan, not gonna lie. I don't know. Okay, here's an interesting idea. Have Keanu Reeves play an old Revan who's telling a story. That'd be interesting, and have like as a flashback as he's telling someone the story. Let's worship our rabid Beaver. Oh gosh. Yes, they did, Gnome. Yes, they did. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat, but there's so many of you guys talking right now. Oh yeah, 100% Monty. I would love to see Old Republic just in general. I'm really excited for this new show, this new movie coming out. I don't know when. I think it's like 2027. But there's a movie that's going to be taking place thousands of years before the movies about the dawn of the Jedi. Really excited for that. So, heard Kathleen Kennedy has plans to make R2-D2 Force sensitive. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't have any plans. She never has. Like, she literally never has. She's always let people make their own thing and let them have creative liberty. So if that's happening, that's an exec in Disney. That's not Kathleen Kennedy doing anything. So peaceful over here. Yeah, Grax, it's just you in chat, so you can kind of just sit there and be like, yeah, whenever you want to talk, you immediately get seen. How does Bastila fall in love if he's always wearing a mask? Keanu Reeves doesn't age. He's immortal. Dude, Luke in season 3 of Mandalorian was actually really impressive. Shitstorm, you wanna know who? I will tell you who. In the Night Seal Republic, far, far away. Yeah, no problem, Ethos. Yeah, an AI-generated rage bait click title. Yeah, absolutely. I am Batnam. I'm here to ruin the peace. Enter the second chatter. Oh no, I don't know if I can keep track of 3 people at the same time. Oh. Couldn't sense the force in him. Okay, So we've got like 2 battles left. I'm just gonna hit play and let them auto, so that way I don't have to pay attention because we're like talking a ton today. It's Sergeant Cooker, but it's just my Twitch account. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, let me pull up who won our Grand Arena Championship. Okay. For those of you who are in the Grand Arena tournament, and for those of you who aren't, what we do is we do a Grand Arena tournament each month. When we go into the next season of Grand Arena, you get put in with a team, you work together with your team, get help on your counters and your defense, that kind of thing from your teammates. And then whichever team collectively gets the most wins across all of their Grand Arenas is the one that wins. We take a look each week to keep track, so that way, you know, people can know who's in the lead. And then we do a little trophy in the Discord for them, so that way they can have bragging rights from then on. So that being said, signups will be starting soon, so keep an eye out for signups for the next season. But for our last season, we have... Okay, so we're gonna go from 3rd place and we're gonna go up from there. So with our 3rd place, we have Wookiee Mistakes coming in at 68 points. Then we have in 2nd place is my team, the Good Batch. And guys, it was close. Like literally we tied for 1st place, but the winner had more overall triple wins than us, so they won the tiebreaker, unfortunately. But good effort out of our team, Good Batch. Good job, guys. 2nd place, solid work. Tied with 1st place, just didn't quite have that little bit to beat them out. And number 1, our 1st place, is Burns When I Pee-Pee. So congratulations, Burns When I Pee-Pee. You will be getting your trophy in the Discord very, very soon. For those of you who want to know the other scores, in 4th place, we have Cantina Chaos Crew. In 5th place, we have Red 5. And in last place, unfortunately, we had Revan's True Order. Revan didn't quite pull out the win this time. He can take it off when he's not fighting. Yeah, you're not wrong, Nightmare. Like, Revan can definitely have his face showing during a lot of it. Hired a YouTuber that made Luke... Yeah, absolutely, Gnome. Yeah. There was a guy who posted a video that was like, hey, this is how I would do Luke to make him look better in season... after watching season 2. And it looked so good that Disney was like, you're hired. And I love that. That was awesome. Can I just say I respect your Star Wars opinions so much after what was discussed in the last several minutes? Why, thank you, Epsilon. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people, and it's developed my overall thought process on Star Wars a lot, because I've got a brother who thinks that Star Wars Episode 2 is the best Star Wars movie. I've got a brother who loves Star Wars Episode 8. Like, I have a lot of people to talk to. Okay, I just had a guy ask me about the Bo-Katan event. I had to check real quick. Yeah, so Clone Wars was made by Dave, but George Lucas had control over the overall thing. So, you know, he would come up with ideas and be like, this is what I want, and then Dave would be like, okay, this is how we'll execute it. That's kind of how it worked. Was especially in the earlier seasons, it was George, this is how I want it done, and then Dave going, this is how to execute it. And so, like, season 2 of Mandalorian, or season 2 where they bring in Mandalore, George Lucas was, I want them to be pacifists, and Dave was like, we shouldn't do that. That's gonna break this canon here. And George Lucas is like, I don't care. I want it this way. He's like, it's gonna upset the fans, but okay, if that's what you want, then we'll do it. And that happens quite a few times throughout Clone Wars. Like in season 6, they changed the name from Korriban to Moraban, just because it's not how I would name things, as George Lucas says. It happens quite a bit throughout Clone Wars. You can see it there. Dave always tried to fight him on it, but he would follow what George Lucas wanted. So we have this little thing right here. So we'll reveal the signups, and you basically can just respond to this right here with a emoji, and you'll be able to sign up for the tournament. So currently this is locked. You guys can't see it because we are in between seasons and we haven't purged everything. We were still totaling everything up. And so we'll be setting it up, and by this weekend we should have it open for you guys to sign up, and then by Monday we'll have the teams and everything. So keep an eye out for the signups. It'll just be, you just got to react to the post, and it'll automatically give you everything you need, like the roles and everything, and then we'll break you into teams. So just keep an eye on the Discord. I found my favorite Ahnald song today. Which one, Ethos? Even though I tried everything to win. Oh gosh. My farming plan was moist tacos into burns when I pee. Oh gosh. You've been on the winning team 2 times in a row. Very nice. Yeah, that's my one unforgivable thing, Jack1best, is you could remove everything of Canto Bite. And like, it's not even like it's not even like you could remove it and nothing would change, and it's just like, okay. But like, literally absolutely nothing changes, and I wasted 40 minutes watching that. And that was like the unforgivable thing about episode 8. Like, the rest I can appreciate to certain degrees all around. There's certain things that I didn't like, there's certain things that I liked, and it was a really well done movie, but like, that Canto Bite is like the hard pass for me. I think George wanted Ahsoka to die in Order 66, right? I don't remember, honestly. I know that Dave Filoni has come up with like 110 different ways for her to die and hasn't decided on a couple of them and thinks that he might still use a couple. So Droid got taking a turn challenge impossible. Let's just give him a resistance team. Let's just give our solid resistance team. Where is it? There it is. Oh wait, hold on. Holdo, get out of here. Hold on. Ufu. Haha, we have Ben at relic levels. It's relic 1, but still Ben at relic levels. 2003 anime Clone Wars. Yeah, dude, I loved the old Clone Wars so much. You guys can take care of this on auto, I hope. How are you on Ahsoka Rex so far? I have Night Trooper at gear 11, almost to 6-star. I'll be getting him from shipments and partially from farming, I think. And then on Gas, I have at relic 5 of 9, or relic 5 of 8. Ahsoka, I have at relic 7 of 9, and Asajj, I have at relic 3 of 5. So like, overall, we're actually doing solid for the Ahsoka Rex. Like, honestly, the Rex that they gave us are like things that I'm like, oh, I have access to that 100%. What faction would you want most in SWGOH? Right now, I'm gonna have to say Chiss. I would love a Chiss faction in the game. Give me Thrawn back into the meta. Give me Eli Vanto as a lifter to Thrawn. Like, give me that kind of stuff. I would love that. Dude, Pull Out of Sky is one of my favorite Ahnald songs. They did dirty my Grievous. George Lucas did Grievous dirty because George Lucas was like, hey, here's a character you can put in your cool little show you're gonna make. And they're like, cool, I love how he looks, we're gonna make this an epic character. And then George Lucas was like, no, he wasn't supposed to be that powerful. Hold on, let's take a couple steps back. And made him in episode 3. And I watched the Clone Wars as a kid, and then I watched episode 3, and I remember as a kid watching the fight between Obi-Wan and Grievous and being like, that was it? That's how he got killed? That's so lame. And how old was I back then? 8? I was 8 years old when episode 3 came out, and I was like, that was lame. We don't need to talk about the Rise of Skywalker Gconquerer. We all know it sucks. Interesting, Grax. Okay, I mean, you have fun with that. An alt account is always free to go wherever it wants, honestly. Play the Grievous song. That one? Darth Vader's song is just peak Ahnald music. I do love the Savior Conqueror Hero villain. Have a human faction? See, it wouldn't be a Chiss faction. You call it the Chiss Ascendancy, dude. It'd be the Ascendancy faction. Call it that if you want to. But, like, a human just doesn't make sense, because then primarily all we see are humans in Star Wars. Just because it's the easiest thing to use in Star Wars, so... Naboo raid, guys! Sick, now I have a place to test, so I can do some testing and then throw out a couple videos on this. Okay, let's do this tier. I got all the teams for this tier. Okay, there we go. This is one of Ahnald's. I'm old. Trandoshan. We don't have enough Trandoshans that people know is the problem. Like, that's the main problem with that, is we just don't have enough Trandoshans to do something with them. Yes, can you tell how well this is working? Oh yeah, that song is great for this raid. I think it'll be either Ufu or New Republic, but it's going to be light side Ufus that she works with only. She's not going to be able to steal old or dark side Ufus. Calling that now. Literally max points. Farm scrap upgrade is on the list for top. Dirge would be a cool addition. I definitely think Dirge would be a cool addition. I mean, you can have creative liberty to make a new character all you want, honestly. Like, Drogon, I don't care about. Where is the guy? It's a rebel fighter. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, you have creative liberty, make the character that you want. I don't care. Like, honestly, you are making a character and you know it's not going to sell as well as other characters, and that's fine. You want to make your own character? Okay, so I want you guys to think about this for a second. If you were working for Capital Games and Disney was like, hey, we're allowing you to make a character that's your own character, wouldn't you 100% jump on that opportunity and be like, yes, I am making my own character and immortalizing myself in Star Wars by making a character? I think all of us would love that. If we could get a character into Star Wars, we would. I would add Bracken in my BBEG to my campaign, who's an Inquisitor. I would 100% add that into the current canon if I could. We all have someone that we'd love to add. So I don't mind people doing this because it's, you know, it's them taking advantage of the opportunity to have their dream fulfilled. So, I don't know. Thrawn song is also really, really good. That's one of my favorites too. It's in like my top 5. Oh, Scribe's coming on over and raiding us. Thank you, Scribe. You are awesome. Welcome, Scribbles and the Scribe Tribe. That sounds like a band. Next up, we have Scribbles and the Scribe Tribe. And Zelen race, and so I want to be able to absolutely decimate with Babu Frick. Yes. Yeah, Jack1best. MSF is like literally just making up characters constantly, making them broken AF. Call him Rover. What kind of band would they be? I don't know. I'm gonna say ska. I don't know. Ska seems like it feels right for Scribbles and the Scribe Tribe as a band name. You know, ska. Yeah, I feel like ska would fit really well. Oh. I want Mushi as a special mission mode for Relic 9 Phoenix. There you go. Bruno Soares, thank you for, or Suarez, thank you for subscribing, my friend. Welcome, welcome to the Beaver Dam. I'm from Brazil. I started playing this year. Oh, very nice. Well, hello over there in Brazil. We actually have a couple people here that are from Brazil, and I don't think any of them are in the chat right now, but the only thing I know in Portuguese is estou grávido. Kestrel broke MSF for a while. Kestrel had a death grip on MSF for like 2 years. How am I enjoying Acolyte? 7 out of 10, and I might bump it up to 8 out of 10 after it finishes. We shall see. It just kind of depends on where they go from here. I think the beginning was really rough, but I'm actually enjoying it since. With a gift. I'm poor. I would if I wasn't poor too. This is why we have a GL Ahsoka goal up there, is so that way, you know, we can actually afford a new character so we can get a guide out for people. Okay, really quick, hold on, we gotta check who it is. Fan funding. Rain, are you still here? See you later, Madness. Hey, Rain. Okay, let's do this. Okay, guys. Anything that's after this message is going to be what we do for roster reviews. Holy shiz. Oh gosh. Yes, that was quite fast. How to use datacrons, omicrons. What crons are we talking about, Bruno Soares? The copy of base is strong with this one. It's almost like we were waiting. Rain, so we're gonna do you first since you donated. So if you could throw your current farm, previous farm, and your ally code into the chat, I would appreciate it. You can also throw it into Discord, either one, whichever works better for you. So. Oh, you are fine. I'm just trying to figure out what specifically you're referring to. Like, are we talking about datacrons, these things right here? Or are we talking about omicrons on characters, the white things right here? I hope. Sounds good, Daniel Wash. It's always good to have you. You have a great day, and dude, keep yourself alive. When you get busy, it gets rough. I understand 100% fully, so make sure you're taking care of yourself, dude. Yes. Okay, so I don't know which one you're referring to still. Omicrons are abilities that are specific to certain areas, so while in Grand Arenas, while in Territory Wars, while in Territory Battles. In general, the only ones you want to apply are while in Grand Arenas. They're the only ones that really help. If you want a full list of good Omicrons, you're going to go and type in Omicron tier list, and then type in Ahnald, Ahnald, and he has a full spreadsheet in the description, as well as he goes through just like a graphic as well. Go check that out and you can see what omicrons are good, just depending on faction to faction. And then datacrons are specific to relics characters, so you have to, if you have a level 3 datacron, you can use it on a character that's at least relic 1, 6 at least relic 3, and then 9 at least relic 5. And so you can only use them if you have a relic character, and they give specific buffs, but they only last for 4 months. Whereas Omicrons just last forever. These ones only last for 4 months, and so you don't want to invest too heavily in them, but they will give you a boost to all of your relic teams. The full team you use them on has to be relic, but you can have like one character go in solo with one of these on if they are relicked. So keep that in mind. No, they don't all have to be Relic 7. They can be Relic 1, 3, and 5, just depending on how far you take it up. And so the bare minimum to like get all of the benefits out of a Datacron is basically Relic 3. And then Relic 5 is only for whoever's the character that's affecting them. Because the level 9 on a Datacron affects a specific character. For instance, this one affects Boss Nass. Whereas the level 6 is Gungans. And then the level 3 is Lightside. And so, you know, as long as all of my Gungans are at least Relic 3, they'll all get this ability. And then as long as Boss Nass is at least Relic 5, he'll get this ability and share it with the team. So. Okay. Meme review of Ahnald's free-to-play account. Do you want me to roast it, or do you want me to go through and like give an honest review of Ahnald's free-to-play account? You bald, beautiful Welshie. The man said meme, roast it. Because he's not streaming today, it should be roasted. Fair enough, Yoder. That's a good point. Okay, hold on. Give me just 1 second. Sorry, the red on Conquest actually does bug me. Okay. Epsilon, thank you for the 199, by the way. Okay. What's my ID? I mean, I can pull out my driver's license if you'd like. If you're talking about my ally code, right there. If you're a new player and you need some help, there's a section on my account or on my YouTube called new player stuff, and you have the whole playlist of things. You can go watch that. If you need an ally that has relic characters, you can always hit me up. I always make room for new players. So. What's your social security number? Well, you see, it is... No, I'm kidding. Can we roast Beaver? I mean, yeah, you guys can if you want to. Okay, here, okay. Here's the thing. We'll do our 2 paid-for roster reviews really quick. And then after the paid-for roster reviews, before we get to everyone else's roster review, we will take 10 minutes, and I will give you guys all my ally code, and you guys can roast my roster in the comments section. I think that'll be a lot of fun, so let's do it. So... what are the 3 wacky numbers on the back of the card? Okay. We had him in here. Where is he? There's Rain. Okay, finishing up Jar Jar Rex. Then Grand Quizzer after that. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot with my 1-year anniversary where I feel like I'm a little close to everything. Fair. Jeez. Way to spend money. Playing a little whale will fail, and you're definitely getting that whale and not so much the fail. Bro. That's your panic farm right there. Like, I get it, you need to finish your Gungans, but I want this directly after your Gungans. This needs to be Relic 5. Like, ASAP, get that Relic 5. Sounds good, Bruno. You have a great day. Yeah, Alex RG. Virtual Discrete, I mean, we don't do roster reviews for people who aren't here because we like to interact with them. We like to make sure you can see your roster review. So if you go over to the channels and roles tab, I don't know why it's not giving me a way to scroll. I don't know why. But you click down here and it'll notify you every time that we do roster reviews. So that way you can catch another stream. And we're going to be doing quite a few streams throughout this week. So just keep an eye out. If you got to go, you got to go. I get it. But we will hit you up on another stream if need be. I made Star Killer a point of protest. I made one of the best GL killers in the team a point of protest. I refuse to level him up even though I already have all the investment in him that I need to be able to get him to kill GLs. But, you know, I will not stand for having a good account. How dare you assume that I would want a good account? I don't want a good account. I want to follow my pee-pee till the ends of the earth. Sorry. Felt like getting a little, self-righteously fun. Hey, Molly, welcome, welcome. Okay, so queso means cheese in Spanish. You're hurting my soul, my friend. Okay, here's what I would do if I were you. You're gonna finish your Gungans, and then I think that you should finish your Star Killer, and then finish your Jedi Knight Revan. Your Jedi Knight Revan's way too good with your Jedi Master Luke to leave sitting here at this, what is this, Gear 4? Maybe Gear 6? Like, no. Do not leave him down there. He's way too good with your JML. He's way too good with your Jedi Knight Luke. Please get him up. And so that's going to be your little side farms. I need you to finish ASAP. But then after that, I think that you should continue on your just your Rebel Trinity. It's going to be the best thing for you. That's the most, you know, easy to get. And honestly, a Profundity is going to be amazing in this account. So I would do Profundity into Jabba as my next two major projects. You spend a bit, so I'm sure the Profundity is really not going to take you long. So that would be my suggestion overall for your account. But like, dude, those three are painful. Star Killer, Jedi Knight Revan, like, oh, dude, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me. So, finish your Gungans, finish those characters, move on to Profundity into Jabba. That's gonna give you good mod materials. It's gonna, you know, maintain your goodness in fleets. That's just gonna be the great thing for your account, honestly. Have a great night, healer. Then get mocked for the Gear 12 cat. I mean, that's the thing is, you do what you want, dude. I don't care. I don't know. Like, cat becomes a lot more of a priority when you start going for something like JMK. But like, you have a place for her. The one problem I have with this Gear 12 is the fact that you have the Zetas, which makes her an overinvested, underinvested character. You've dropped the Zetas on her, but you haven't fully invested in her, which does hurt my soul, especially because you could very easily... You have Rey, you have Cal Kestis, you have Ben Solo. I don't know, you might have a Malicos team. It doesn't look like you have a Malicos team, though. But Rey, Cal Kestis, Ben, and then you'd have Cat. And with Cat's ability, you're going to increase their offense, crit damage, health, and defense to all of them because they're all light side unaligned force users. And so you're going to have an insane boost to this team if you relic her, and then you can throw on a bulk cron on top of that and make them just the beefiest mother effers you've ever seen. And you're kind of sleeping on that. It does hurt my soul a bit, but like, seeing a Star Killer is a little bit more of a priority, and that Jedi Knight Revan, it is a little bit more of a priority because Cat is definitely like it's an optional farm in your overall farming plan. Like, yes, you can do it and you've invested in it and you should do it, but it's not as important as Star Killer and Jedi Knight Revan, in my opinion. Yes, the fork video. That was me that made the fork video. I have a fork on my desk specifically for that. When you're going through your roster trying to figure out what you should finish your farms, you start with factions, F, and then O is overinvested, underinvested characters, people that you've put an Omicron on but haven't relicked. And then you look at recently acquired characters, you know, let's see if you have any like characters like, I don't know, a Jedi Knight Revan at Gear 4. And then you look at killer characters. And, you know, as you look at your killer characters, you might, I don't know, have a cat in your roster. But yeah. Higher crates on Abu, which is fair, and especially because we only have less than a month until Jar Jar comes back around with his event, and so you want to get that out as soon as you can, just to make sure that you're not going to struggle. So 100%. Who's your favorite portrait update? I love the Revens. The Revens just, I'll just type in Revan. I love the Revens. They're just so sexy. They're so beautiful. I would love to see a Darth Revan in your account as well, but it's not as important as the Jedi Knight Revan because you have Jedi Master Luke. So. For this account, I mean, he's getting a higher thing from his Gungans, so I don't know if you gotta panic farm too much. We can take a look at his factions for the event. He bought the Lightspeed bundle, so he should put on the Luminara Zeta, which he already did. Now, does he need to fix his mods? A little bit, mostly because he has mismatching mods on Luminara, but overall, they really don't need much mods to do a lot in the raid. He has Quancho and Pay to Win. And he has Quadme, so like I have no problems with where this guy is. But if you're talking about just in general, what you panic farm, Sidious and the Separatists. That's kind of the go-to. Is Sidious and the Separatists should be your panic farms if you're looking for a Naboo raid team. It just makes sense. So. Yeah, looks like a client restart. What Zeta should I get first for SLKR? The Poke Zeta. Raptor Savage, do you not watch my videos? How dare you? I believe it's Poke followed by his lead. Let's see. Poke, lead. Galactic Legend. Swipe. Unique. Basic. I believe that's the order. Is stat needed for the raid? Absolutely not. Like, does it work in the raid? Yes, absolutely. Is it needed in the raid? No. That's the second client restart we've had today. I don't know. Yeah, his basic Zeta is helpful in certain scenarios, but it's not strictly necessary. They fixed the early victory in raid. Okay. Victory. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it looks like it was an iOS thing for crashing the Battle of Naboo, as well as the early victory. Couple different stuff. Unique and basic for SLKR aren't great. Yeah, I mean, the unique prevents you from running into certain things. Like if you're using Supreme Leader Kylo Ren on defense and you don't get the unique, you can actually end up just handing out wins because everyone has a Star Killer nowadays. Random General Kenobi. Oh my gosh, you scared me with that one, Pona Nubasaurus. Get through it easily. Fair enough. Okay. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Oh yeah, we're going to Ahnald's free to play. Hold on, I gotta go look up his ally code. Okay. So going through and roasting this roster isn't too hard, I'm going to be honest. Yes, he's working on his General Grievous and he's working on his General Kenobi going for JMK. And so, like, I get he's going for JMK and that's great, but dude, this roster has gone from farm to farm to farm. Like, yes, I appreciate the Dark Trooper up to Relic 5. I appreciate the Relic 5 Savage, but like, my dude, you have Jabba the Hutt, you need to bring those characters up to Relic 7. Bosch, Leia, and Chrysanthemum need to be at Relic 7. They help so much in so many different ways, especially when using them on defense. I get you're using them on offense right now, but as soon as you get a couple more teams in your roster, you're going to be using them on defense again, and you need that Relic 7. You really do. Plus, you're just not finishing your farms. You've had a Gear 12 Darth Revan for literally ever. You've had a Gear 12 Grief Karga, and what is it, a Gear 10 Mandalorian? Like, dude, like, yeah, he's great at low gear, but like, you are dancing on like the edge of just having your whole roster fall apart. Also, like, in general, you really haven't done anything to help your guild. I don't know where your guild's at right now, but like, I'm not really seeing any rote characters in here. I'm not seeing inquisitors, so you haven't been the best guild mate in general. But like, dude, most of your stuff has been finish your farms. Like, you have Bastila in your roster, you have a Gear 12 Darth Revan. Like, get them up to relic level, get that Mando up to relic level. That's the big thing I'm seeing throughout this roster. Like, this Qui-Gon is fine. Like, Qui-Gon you don't need to gear up. In fact, a weak Qui-Gon is sometimes better, but like, you have quite a bit in here that's just it's rough. And speaking of, you kind of slept on your fleets. For someone who loves fleets so much and so good at fleets, like, you have the First Order done and that kind of thing, but you really haven't pushed into other fleets. You've kind of like stayed off of other paths, and so like, you're just now working on a lot of your fleets, even though you're Kyber, and so you end up just losing to fleets a lot of the times just because you just don't quite have enough pushed out into fleets. So this is something you definitely should be doubling down on. It's just, you know, you've kind of left it for a long time. I am proud of you for getting the Iden Versio, though. The Iden Versio up to Relic 5 was a great idea. It took you a little bit to do it after you got the TIE Interceptor, but I'm glad you did take the time to do it. So you're fitting in some farms here or there, but dude, finish your farms. FYF, finish your farms. You need to. That's one of your biggest problems with this account. It's almost like I've looked through his account before or something, guys. Someone send this to Ahnald. I honestly could send it to him. I could clip this and send it to him if I wanted to. Yeah, dude, okay. So here's the thing. With this account, I have been watching this account for almost 3 years. It's been 2.5. Okay, hold on. Let me count it out. I started playing in April of 2021. This account started in January of 2021. I didn't watch an Ahnald video until about 3 to 4 months in. So I'm going to say about August. So we're coming up on 3 years that I've watched this account grow. And so like, I know everything that's in it, and I've also looked at it a couple times myself to measure it versus my account, because it started only 3 months after my account, and we followed the same farming plan, except I went for the Revens first, and then I followed his free-to-play farming guide. And so if you ever want to take a look at kind of what you're going to give up in farming new projects and being able to not go for your overall like efficiency wise, you look at my account versus this account, and it is a perfect example of the difference between spending money and pushing in directions of new characters. And this is why I don't suggest people push new characters very early, because you look at this account and he has 4 GLs, he has an Executor, he has a Profundity, he has a Darth Bane in his account, he has a lot of good stuff in his account. I still only have 3 GLs. I don't have a Profundity in my account because I took the time to farm Gungans. I took the time to farm Bo-Katan. Is that worth a GL and a GL ship? I personally don't think so, but I do what I do for the content, so that way I can get you guys the guides that you need. So you can really see that actually being efficient is probably going to be better for you overall, because even a free-to-play efficiency is going to be better than whaling before you're ready. So it's just a fun little thing to look at. Just unlock the Ray. Is there a good team split with Lightspeed Bundle Ray characters plus Zori? Abso-freaking-lutely, normal. Good evening, Bob and the Duck. Yeah, so you've got the Ray team. Obviously replace Cal with BB-8 or whoever you happen to have. But here's your Ray team. And then here's your Finzori team. Finally got Razor Crest. Congratulations, dude. The Mark II ability shows. Oof, dude. That you need to play some catch up. Roster roast to Ahnald. Oh gosh. I really need to finish challenge tier 1 for this. I tried challenge tier like 1 twice today, and just both times I got the worst RNG, and I was like, oh, okay. Just hit Kyber on a 4 million account. Congratulations, Bobbin. That's awesome. There you go. How do I beat challenge tier 3? Oh, that? I have no idea. I've never really known that one. Gonna be honest. I Ufu to replace JTR on my Starkiller team. You already have one, Wavy Tone. I mean, obviously Visa's Mar is the go-to, but like if you have Ray, you just put in Scav Ray, and Scav Ray will work. Just let me use my 5-star cracks. Fair. Yeah, like that's kind of what I'm looking at, is like you can really only do challenge tier 2 with Phoenix and Krex if you level them up and get them all relicked up. But with Marin, it doesn't take much to get through like challenge tier 2 and challenge tier 3. Okay. We are going to take a break, guys, from roster reviews for a hot second, and we're going to try something fun. So, this is going to be the roster roast of Rabid Beaver. I want you guys to go put in this ally code, and I want you to go look at my roster and roast my roster. So I will be giving you guys a couple minutes. I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick while I give you some time, and I want you to go through my roster and roast my roster. So I will give you a couple minutes to prepare, and then I shall be back. Let's get that ally code on screen just so you guys can see it. There you go. Okay. I'm here to hear your roast, guys. New ship in the data mine's interesting. Interesting, yeah. Look at that. New ship that's crewless coming to the game. Huh, cool. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna go through everyone now. You don't give first order your enough love. Dude, I'm not gonna Relic 9 my first order. Okay, I Beast more back for like. If you can stream with this junk roster, I should make content. There you go, Rob Noxious. Let's see you do it. I want to see your video by the end of this week. The worse the roster, the better the streamer. I should be XQC. No Relic 7 Hux and Officer for Finalizer. I mean, true. They could definitely use a Relic 7. Fair enough. But the rest, I refuse to high Relic them. Jedi Knight Luke Unique Zeta. Okay, okay. That's definitely on my list. I will say it is on my list. No Relic 9 Bane. Yes, Relic 1 Malgus is an offense to your eyes. I agree. One word, cat. Yeah, that's fair. Cat not being worked is definitely on the list. That's something that should be rectified. Practice what you preach. That's the thing, Epsilon, is she's not overinvested, underinvested. She does everything I need her to do at Gear 9. That's why I leave her there. That's why I don't usually call people's Idenversios out unless they have the TDC, is because she's not required for anything and she does so much. I still get holds at Gear 9, but yes, she is on my list eventually this year. G12 Omi Zam and then G12 Jolie and Bastila. Yes, I agree, Trey. That is no Relic 9 Cut, no Relic 9 Bane. Fail. Hey, Apple Eep, we're just having people go through my account and roast my account. Finish the Sith trio. Yeah, that's honestly fair. That is a big crime that I have, is I have not finished Nihilus. The moment I finish Nihilus, I'll be happy with that, but Nihilus. Hold on. Here's the general data mine. Crewless ship unit name Crewless. So we don't have anything besides just that it's in the game. So it's the Galactic Chase that they've been talking about, I'm guessing. The fact that you don't have his team is sad. I mean, I still use his team quite often to kill GLs and all that kind of thing. Relic 1 Ben, yep. We're working on it, guys. Territory forfeit button, no more airplane mode. Yeah, I see that. I don't know what it means, though. Relic. Okay, to be fair with the Malgus guys, I just unlocked Malgus last Proving Grounds. And so I literally got him to Relic 1 2-3 days ago. And I'm finishing my Inquisitors for the guild. And so that is the only reason that he's Relic 1. He will be Relic 5 by the time that next Monday rolls around and we have the lock-in for Grand Arena. I'm going to try and have both him and Ben finished by that time, but at least one of them will be at Relic 5 by that time. So we'll see if I can get both of them. But I am trying to finish my Inquisitors before we hit the point where we're doing the Reva mission this week, since the territory battle's happening right now. But this is my last rec before I'm Reva ready. So... Relic 7 Gar, by the way, is a guild requirement. That was a Rise of the Empire tune. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken him to Relic 7 myself until much later, just because he does everything he needs to at Relic 5. Rockstar Mosher, welcome to the damn community, my friend. Oh, yeah, dude, the Night Trooper is literally just for Ahsoka, just so that way I can get you guys a guide day one. I don't have Imperial Remnant at all. Hey, dude. Farm a ship for Ahsoka. I mean, they gave us the shape of the ship and it looked like it was just Ahsoka's ship, so I don't think this ship will be for Ahsoka, honestly. I'm kind of curious what it's going to be. Stormtrooper Han Zeta, yeah, that was my first Zeta I ever put in the game, and I didn't know Zetas were important back then. This was before I'd started watching any content creators or anything like that. I was just trying to get through the CLS event, and I couldn't get it done. This is back before the gear changes and everything, so you had to use energy to farm everything. All of the gear was 1-drop farmable. They weren't double-drop farmable like they are now, and so I was trying so hard to get through the CLS event, and I just couldn't quite do it. And I was like, dude, that ability looks so good. Whenever he takes damage, he recovers 5% protection. That seems so good. And so I got it, and then I was like looking at it, and I was like, after I started watching some content creators, I was like, wow, that was, dang, that sucks. Because I didn't realize that like Zetas were hard to get, because like I got 2 free Zetas just by that point in my account. The Relic 3 Farm Boys light speed bundle. I'm prepared for my roster to be fully violated. And put his HK Relic 9? No, my HK stays firmly at Gear 11. I refuse to take him past where I needed him for Malik. Good Grand Arena Omicrons besides Savage, Wampa, Krex, and Zori. What's wrong with any of those? All of those are great. I love those Omicrons. Only Relic 5? I mean, what am I going to take them up to Relic 8 for? I mean, it's not like I need... I do the most damage in my guild for the raid. I'm not taking up more for the guild. I have put so much work into this guild getting different characters for it. I'm not taking anything else up for a while. If someone else can beat me in my guild for raid completion, then I'll consider doing the Gungans. Yeah, we just talked about it, Josh Mooney. New Republic fighter. I could see that, but like, you know, throw it with like, I don't know, do like throw it as a new resistance ship. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. No problem, Molly. I'm glad I helped. Yeah, Gas is on the list because obviously we're going for Ahsoka, and so Gas will be Relic 8 soon. He's what is he currently, Relic 5? Yeah, he'll be going to Relic 8, so that one is gonna get fixed. That's to be fair. Okay. STH has a good Datacron now? Who's STH? STH? Oh, Stormtrooper Han. Kill those you cold hard cash. Yeah, like I have the Gungans done. I'm about to have Inquisitors done. I took my Treya up to Relic 5. I took my Boba Scion of Django up to Relic 7. I took my Gar Saxon up to Relic 7. I took my B2 up to Relic 6. Like, I've done a ton of things for this guild, and so, you know, like, I'm gonna take a break from guild stuff for a bit. Lord Vader after Ahsoka? No. Absolutely not. Is the Marin Omicron good? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, home one lifter. Okay, I could see that E4, yeah. Okay. Painful grind of Wat Tambor. Master Qui-Gon Jinn. Better, Alex RG? Does that fix the problem? I do not personally have a guide for unlocking gas. I need to make one. It's been on my list for a while. Yeah, exactly, Grax. Could be a Sep lifter. Interesting. I need a better guild. Honestly, my account's at the point where it's probably ready for a new guild, but I really do love the casual nature of my current guild, so unless I find like a good casual guild, I don't know if I will switch guilds. The greatest SWGOH flex. Yeah, that was pretty great getting... That's my first Relic 9 character. Like the Leia Skywalker triangle? I mean, like, sure, Yotter, but like... I don't know. It still doesn't... a JMK, yes. Lord Vader, it's still not going to matter to me because Lord Vader's just not great. And so I'd rather spend that stuff that I would put on Lord Vader over on other characters. I'd rather get a Jabba than a Lord Vader. It just makes sense. Zykia, welcome, welcome. It's good to have you here. It's been a while. Best unit of the game. Where is he? Is it Jedi Guardian? No, I'm thinking about... There he is. Jedi Consular. Goodness gracious, he requires a lot. Ooh, like Tri-Fighter? Okay, yeah, Tri-Fighter would make sense. Yeah, we saw that, Jack1best. Yeah, but the problem is, the thing with airplane mode is that it makes it so that way if you get insta-wiped, it stops it. And so, like, yeah, it'll be nice to have, like, a forfeit button, but, like, if you can't hit it in time, you can't hit it in time, so it still won't fix that. Oh, Reckless, of course, I'll join your guild. Yeah, absolutely. What is that? That's the guild that I'm in right now, right? With Bad Batch, otherwise it's kind of waste grinding for Lord Vader. I don't think they'll do a Bad Batch, a Lightspeed bundle anytime soon. That's giving away a meta ship that everyone has the rest of the fleet for. Like, literally, that's handing everyone an Executor counter on a silver plate and handing them a Leviathan counter on a silver plate, and they want people to be able to have to pay for Leviathan and Executor. So, I don't think they'll give us a Bad Batch one. I would love a crosshair for Bad Batch. We are having an amazing day, Jack, now that you're here. But it's hard at the time zone. Yeah, that's fair. I'm guessing, let's see. It's either late at night for you or it's early. I'm going to say it's late at night for you because I think the last time I remember streaming with you here, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and so you were just waking up. So it's got to be late at night for you right now. The ship and the Marauder, yeah, absolutely. No regrets. Oh, all the regrets, dude. Jedi Consular does not deserve the relic, but he does deserve a Gear 12 right now. Nearly 1 a.m. for me. Jeez, dude. Get some sleep. Oh, I see. Okay, Jack1best. I see what you're talking about. I could be down for that. Like, honestly, I would keep that for both GAC as well as Territory Wars. I think that'd be a great idea. Level 1 cam, my man. But that's the thing is, we've had a Kelrun Beck cron going on, and I just unlocked Kiadi Mundi 2 weeks ago, and I'm just like, is it worth taking him up? He's only 4-star. I can't put on Datacrons. Is my Qui-Gon team just better without it with the Datacron sets? Maybe, especially with the current Cron set where it can be for any team. Like, I don't know. So, stat collecting info metas and impact of lightspeed bundles. I'm still stand better than I ever did. Would you be able to message me the timestamps of the roster review? My Discord is switch as it's 12:30 for me. I gotta get some sleep. Okay, sounds good. But glad to catch you. It's good to have you here, Zykia. Let's start busting through some roster reviews. Yotter Trey, why? Like, I'll accept you, but I'm probably gonna delete you guys as soon as I get like newer players that want to get in. Give up roster review for sleep. Well, let's start working through those roster reviews. We're gonna do timed roster reviews because I don't have a lot of time today. Yeah, I don't go and do roster reviews for people that leave, typically, just because we have so many people to get through, and so I like people to be there for it. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna start a poll for you guys. So we can either do two things, because I only have about 30 minutes left to go through as many of your guys' rosters as we can. So if we don't get sidetracked, that's at least 6 rosters. But alternatively, I could go through people's rosters and just establish panic farms, which means this is what you should finish before 3v3 comes around next week. And so I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want your full 5-minute roster reviews and go through 6 people? Or do you want to go just the panic farms and we'll go through a bunch of you in a row and see if we can't help a whole bunch of people out? Our guildmate had a long message with the raid and what they want us to do. I got a Relegate stream to attend, unironically calling you Relegate after that Discord incident. Performance, anyone that's on Twitch, I haven't figured out how to make things yet on Twitch, and I promise I will figure it out by the end of this week, because I have the time this week to really investigate Twitch. But for now, if you guys just tell me what you got, I will add it to the overall vote. Like, which one you prefer? Do you want to do just panic, or you want full roster reviews? Roster reviews is the name of the channel. This one right here, roster reviews. I'm debating Relic and Savage before 3v3, but I don't want to take Kairos and gear away from JKC. I mean, it's only 100 Kairos. That's like 1/4 of any of the JKCK Rex. Like, that's like nothing. Speed to it. This is my 3rd time trying to get a review. I'm sorry, dude. I promise this week we will find a time where we can do a full roster review extravaganza. In fact, I think I actually have one scheduled where we don't do anything but roster reviews during that stream. I will get like a couple sodas and like a couple glasses of water and then call it good. Yeah, on Friday we have a roster review extravaganza at noon, and so if you go over to the Discord, it'll tell you exactly what time it is on your in your time zone. So you go to the stream section and just go to my stream schedule, and this will say what it is in your time zone versus my time zone, and you can find out what it is. But with that stream, we plan on just doing roster reviews and roster reviews only, so we can get through as many people as possible. Okay, looks like just panic is what we're going for, so I'm gonna try and get through I mean, if we go really fast, we might be able to get through all of you. But honestly, you know, we'll kind of see where we go. So Sovereign Winter, I know you don't need a panic farm. You're literally just asking a quick question, so we'll just answer your question really quick. You're doing the Ray battle. You have all 6 Zetas. If you're struggling on the Ray battle, let's go over to your resistance. So go try the all-in on Finn approach. You have a Gear 12 C3PO, and I think that's enough for it. So go Google or go on YouTube and type in all-in on Finn Ray guide and go watch that, and you might be able to pull that off if you still are struggling. So Resistance Hero Finn is the one that makes it so that way you can keep the taunt up easier and keep your JTR alive longer. So that would be the Zeta for him, and it's not going to go to waste because obviously it'll go to the Zori team, which is also nice. And then Resistance Hero Pose Zeta is another one you can get if you're struggling with the cleaning up the 2 guys at the end after you kill SLKR. Then you're going to want the Spark of the Resistance Zeta. Overall, I have time this weekend, so if you want to hit me up this weekend, I can walk you through it myself. Okay, going on to the next account. Should I get Jamal before Profundity? I'm closer to Jamal, but want to start getting Profundity shards. Yeah, I'd go for Jamal. If you're going to go for JKCK, I'd probably get Jamal first, just because you're going to want to use for him. So, hoarding gear and relic mats for such a character. The sooner the better, Molly. Like, I would do it right now, because you only have, like, you know, a week and a half till you start getting that, Molly. Can skip you. Okay, sounds good. Performance anxiety. All without C3PO. Jamal is JML, just because I stumble over JML pretty often, so we start calling him Jamal. And we're done with okay, we'll do Wolf Pup really quick. Wolf Pup, what is your name in Discord? I don't see a Wolf Pup in here. Are you Kyril? Is that who it is? Don't worry, we'll keep it quick for yeah, Kyril. Okay. We'll keep it quick for him too, just so that way you guys can get your panic farm stuff. I promise. Because we want to get helping you guys as much as we can, even if we can't do full roster reviews today. We want to help as many of you as we can. But on Friday, we'll have a full roster review stream, so keep in mind that. If any of you don't want a panic farm roster review and you just want to focus down a regular roster review, you can say skip and edit your message and just say skip, and I will skip you for now, and then we'll get to you on Friday if you put it in there. Okay. Let's see. You said finishing off Starkiller and a few tunes for teams, then I should go for JMK or Leia. Here's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, like you're there. You are there at Jedi Master Luke. Like, you might as well get him. You have the Relic 5 Lando done. You have the Relic 3 for these 3 characters done. You have the Relic 5 Mon Mothma. Like, Jedi Master Luke, dude. Yeah, so if I were you, just based off of your roster, what you have, it's Jedi Master Luke into Profundity into Leia. That would be my order of operations, just because I know you want Leia. I would do that order of operations. But like, you're really close to both characters. Either way, whichever direction you go, you could do JML Leia, you could do Leia JML, but either way, you're right next to him. I personally think you should go JML first, because you're right there. You already have a defensive GL. Another offensive GL is going to be very nice. A Starkiller is going to be super nice as well. Ooh, dude. She should. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying Leia's not bad, because he has so much of the Rex for Leia as well. So I think you could do JML Leia Profundity. Either way, I want to see a Profundity in this count sooner rather than later. But he has JML? I don't see JML in here. Oh, JMK or Leia. He has JML. Where's JML then? It's not up here at the top. Galactic Legend. Oh, he has them right there. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you have JML. I would go Profundity into Leia, personally. JMK, so the problem with JMK is a good character. He is. I'm not going to lie. You have a cat. That's great. You can throw her with Rey. You can throw her with Scoundrels. You can throw her with Unaligned Force User. She has a whole bunch of places she can go in your roster. She isn't needed to be like, oh, something that you should go for JMK. So I want to encourage you to stay in the Rebels. Leia is one of the best GLs in the game. On top of that, and you don't really need to farm extra characters to make her 5-man team work. And then on top of that, you're looking at Jabba you get, and it connects to Leia as well. And on top of that, it's going to give you a really great defensive team and extra mods. And then you have Profundity. And so if you're looking for the most efficient way to climb as fast as you can in Grand Arena and your Fleet Shard, everything, you are going to do, finish your JML, you're going to finish your Star Killer, and then you're going to go for Profundity and then Leia. That is the best way to go about it, because you already have part of the farms done for Leia. Normally, I'd say JML into Jabba, just because Jabba gives us mod materials, but Leia, then Jabba for you. Overall, I am a little worried about your overall farms. Like, you have an Executor, but you don't have a Relic Beskar Mandalorian, and so you have some farms that you need to finish between, and it sounds like you already are recognizing that, and I appreciate that. Like, you don't have a Relic Dark Trooper that I definitely love to see. Obviously, Luke, you're working on right now, but you have some stuff in your roster that definitely could use some upgrades. You know, a Relic Mandalorian goes a long way. You already spent the Chirotex on him. You might as well finish him in Grief Karga and get that team finished. So you have some finish your farms. Overall, I would probably say finish JML, finish Profundity, take a break, finish some farms, then go for Leia, then Jabba. That would be my order of operations for you. You can get timestamps first thing tomorrow. Sounds good, Appley. I appreciate it. Okay, let's just check your ships real quick. Okay, you don't have TIE Interceptor. You did get your Echelon. Okay, I'm not really worried about your ships overall. It looks like you have a good concept of how ships should work and everything, so. Oh my gosh, Yotter. Okay. There you go, Wolf Pup. Merry Christmas. Yep. I didn't check your mods, but I hope your mods are good. Okay, we're gonna just go through people's, and we're gonna try and do as many as we can. So Virtual Discrete, we got you next. We're gonna look at your panic farms. Overall, it's gonna be Savage. This needs to be Relic 5, and you need a mod, dude. The fact that he's missing a mod hurts my soul. He doesn't even need good mods for this character to be good. Like, you don't need good speed. You just need some solid health. I would highly suggest trying to get some 6-dot mods before, like, at the very least, what I want you to do is I want you to 6-dot this one, give him some more offense, 6-dot this one, 6-dot this one, and if you can afford it, 6-dot these two. Any of the ones that have health or offense should be the first priorities that you should be 6-dotting on this character. But I want this character at Relic 5. I want him to be fully modded by 3v3. Another one I'm going to suggest for your panic farms is Dark Trooper. You're getting real close to finishing your Dark Trooper. I know it's probably going to cost a couple Chirotex to get him up, but it's just so incredibly good, especially in 3v3. If someone puts an SLKR on defense and is like, oh yeah, I put my SLKR on defense, and then forgets to throw Hux on that team, you can stomp over it with a Relic 5 Dark Trooper. So you don't want to sleep on something like that. It's super, super nice, especially when you have that Relic AP yet. So those are my 2 suggestions for your panic farms for this account. Just get those done. Mod purge recently, and it's taking time to recover them. I'm always going to tell you, some mods are better than no mods. Please put something on that Savage. I was kidding about that Relic 5 Savage. This channel is cursed. Everyone that I review always has. I'm sorry, Switch. Okay, Jeyson Hawk, we'll give you your quickie that you requested, but I do gotta get going soon. So unfortunately, we can't do a full one today. So obviously, you're working on your overall Rey. I love to see that. As an overall rule of thumb, when it comes to Lightspeed bundled players like this, I'm going to tell you it's Executor, and then it goes into JML. And so you have the Executor, it looks like, already in your roster. So you're going to go for Jedi Master Luke as your next one. But in between now and Jedi Master Luke, like on your way to Jedi Knight Luke, I'd rather see you finish this Darth Revan than this Jedi Knight Revan. The Jedi Knight Revan's going to go with Jedi Knight Luke, that kind of stuff. So overall, if I were to pick a panic farm in here, you have a lot to choose from. I just pick one that's really transformative, like Darth Revan. Having a Relic Darth Revan does a ton. If you can afford a Zeta or two and Relic Darth Revan, it's really, really, really good. Another transformative character, Chewbacca, is a good transformative character to have Relic in time before 3v3. But overall, JML is going to be your next goal. Break into the Rebels. You're right next to JML already. That Jedi Knight Luke's going to go with that Jedi Knight Revan. You're going to be doing good, but I want you to finish some farms in between now and Jedi Master Luke. It'll also give you time to farm up any characters you still need, like Mon Mothma, Rolo, Cholo, and like, you know, Admiral Radis. So keep an eye on what you need in the future, so that way you can finish some farms now while you're working towards JML. And also, I just saw your little thing about 120 Zetas and 40 Omicrons. Don't feel like you have to spend those. You can 100% save them. If you're going to drop some Zetas, though, you have a Jedi Knight Revan and a Darth Revan. I would probably start getting those up and running. If you're going to go straight into JML, maybe drop the leadership ability for Jedi Knight Revan, because you're going to be putting him under Jedi Master Luke. But either way, you're going to be doing good things, so those might be a good place to spend Zetas, but don't feel like you have to spend Zetas. You can certainly sit on them. You will always be at a deficit. It's not a bad thing to have them in your roster. Your Savage is at gear 12, but you don't have the Zeta and Omicron, so I'm not going to get mad at you for having a gear 12 on this account. You don't have anything like super transformative that I'm like, that right there is a panic farm. So honestly, I would just say finish some of these characters, like Chewbacca or Marin are just excellent 2 characters to finish. Chewbacca just adds a whole bunch of damage, and him surviving is vital to the CLS team, or whatever team you happen to use with these guys in 3v3. I typically do Dash, Han, Chewie, but Marin, I mean, obviously is going to lift up your Night Sisters, but she's not as good in 3v3, so I'd probably say Chewbacca would be the one I would go with if I was looking for a panic farm here. I do appreciate that you have a Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron, you have a Finn Zeta, you are utilizing your characters fairly well, and I do appreciate that. Let me just double check just to make sure you don't have like something sitting down here that I'm gonna get mad at you for. Yeah, okay, you're good. Okay. Farming Ray tickets, very, very nice. Okay, skip. I didn't even see the skip, but we'll talk more about your roster on Friday. Just finish, okay. Sweet, you finished the job, very nice. I'm gonna tell you right now, Relic 7, your Chrysanthemum and Bosch Leia. It's just the go-to when it comes to an account like this. Okay, you've got your Finn Zeta. You've done a fairly good job of kind of keeping up with your farms. If you're looking for a panic farm and a fun little farm, Imperial Super Commando and Gar Saxon to Relic 5 can take out Gas in 3v3 and 5v5. It actually works better in 5v5. You do need to mod them for tenacity. And in general, they'll take out a lot of teams that are just, you know, get in your way and are annoying. I've had people kill off my Maul, and these guys still, just the duo of them took down a Lord Vader for me. It was hilarious. So, like, don't sleep on those characters. But overall, as like a panic farm itself, I don't necessarily think you have anything that I'm like, this is going to be transformative. You need to do this now. Like, you've done a fairly good job of kind of finishing a lot of your farms. Yeah, like I'm not overall worried about your account. So, another one would be Sith Empire Trooper. So either Sith Empire Trooper, yeah, Sith Empire Trooper, or Gar Saxon Imperial Super Commando. Plus, our Gar Saxon is also a rote requirement. I believe Imperial Super Commando is somewhere as well. I can't remember though. But Gar Saxon, that'll give you something that your guild will be happy about too. Should Savage have health or protection on a circle mod? Most people say health. You can do either. Doing a whole bunch of protection mods will actually help you not get Gid made, but like it's not going to be very common that you get Gid made where you are in the game, so I'm going to say health. I prefer the health personally. So have a great day, Yotter. It was good to have you here. Yotter's going to cheat on Rapid Beaver with Ahnald. How dare you? Okay. We got Knome I'm guessing it's just Knome, but the K is silent, and instead of a G is silent. I don't know. Yeah, Savage on offense and you won't be Gidmate. Exactly. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. This right here. I think we actually mentioned this yesterday when we went through all the rosters. I don't know if you were still around, Knome, but you're Relic 5 Savage. You've done a fairly good job of keeping your characters up and running, and like you don't have a whole lot in this bottom area that like I'm super worried about. But Grievous up to Relic level with 2 Zetas wouldn't be a bad idea, but Savage up to Relic 5 is really the panic farm I'm looking at that I think you should do. This is another one that you could be working on, but I mean, I'm not going to penalize you for that one because that's a lot of Zetas, but overall, you have kind of everything else you need for your GG. Get that GG up and get that Savage up. It's just Knome. Yeah. Fair. Okay, Paul Foreman said he wants me to skip him. Alex RG. Alex RG, your question entirely depends on where your guild is. If your guild's at a point where like they're not getting much raid rewards and you need to help, then yes, absolutely go and help them. But like, what I'm going to tell you is more important is Savage up to Relic level. I want to see that as your panic farm. Especially, you've even invested 6 mods into the guy and you haven't Relic 5'd him. Like, that's painful. Relic 5 your Savage, dude. Relic 5 your Savage. And honestly, yeah, I would work on your Sith Triumvirate in general, but start with your Relic and your Savage, and then after you've Relic Savage, then consider helping out your guild. It all just kind of depends on how screwed your guild is. You've already dropped Luminara Zeta, so I would honestly probably leave those Jedi alone and let them be for a while, and then if the Lightspeed bundle comes back, then you can purchase that if you're willing to spend 20 bucks for your guild. Other than that, you have Sith Eternal, which means you can bring Darth Maul up a Relic level to help out your guild. So I would suggest that. You've already done it. Perfect. Then yeah, you've already done some solid work for your guild, so unless they demand other things, I would like you to see you work on Savage into the Sith the Sith Triumvirate, and then Darth Revan and the Sith Empire. Those would be the 2 things that I'd work on in this account. Hey, Snack Attack, welcome. It's good to see you. Yeah, dude, at the end of stream yesterday, I just started kicking through rosters and trying to do as many of these panic farms where I just establish a panic farm for people as I can because I didn't have a lot of time yesterday. Roast your roster. I mean, already I'm liking your roster, I can tell you that. I don't roster roasts take like 5 minutes for me to go through people's rosters and find exactly what I don't like about them. So like, I'm not going to go through and completely roster your roster. Obviously your panic farm is Jabba the Hutt. Like, we're not going to change it from there. You know, just the fact that he has this large character ability, it means that he has one more ability than every character in the game, and that means he is the best character, obviously. So you're going to use that as your panic farm. What I'm going to roast you on is the fact that you are doing the same thing as I did and leaving the Sith trio sitting around, and that hurts my soul. And also, you're being the worst guildmate, as you can see by the fact that you don't have the leader Zeta on this character. Like, how dare you, dude? Your guild needs you, and you are sleeping on them. But anyway, so let's go on to the next person. If you want a full roast, hit me up on Friday. Have you seen Scribe's Darth Maul Sidious Newt 3-man max score video? How important do you think the Zetas are on Darth Maul and Sidious? I honestly don't think they're that important. Jack1best, you're endgame, obviously. Okay, so let's see what panic farms I can establish in your roster. Your roster is going to be harder than most, but to be fair, 90% of the time it means it's someone who is like usually just not putting enough relic levels into a character. That's kind of the thing that I usually see with rosters like this. I think we did you the other day too. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, you have overinvested, underinvested character, so he should obviously be a panic farm. Yeah, so I honestly, DTMG is kind of the thing that I'm seeing immediately, where I'm like, dude, you have gear 12, you have the 3 Zetas, finish him. Like, just get him in here. Honestly, if you want some things to look at, though, you're gonna go here. This should be Relic 7 at least. This should be Relic 7 at least. you're at the point of end game, so I'd start upping relic levels just in general. Like TIE Defender should be relic 7. Most of your Executor crew should be relic 7. I do appreciate that you have a relic 7 Sith fighter and the rest of them, and so like you're doing pretty solid over there. But just kind of go through your ships and, you know, on the key characters, make sure you have some high relics. Like Ahsoka Tano definitely deserves a relic 7, especially considering she's now a relic 9 requirement in general. So a relic 7 is definitely warranted there. But go through and just make your fleets a little beefier. It's kind of the panic farm that I would do if this was my account. Relic 7 Geos is another one. Like, you don't have to relic 7 all of them, but the pilots, because if you can get the pilots to that point where you can do a malevolence counter to profundity without using the TIE bomber, it works really well, and that requires 3 Geos at relic 7 or relic 8. So little fun thing to work on. But honestly, I just take a look at your ships and kind of go through those and finish your DTMG. That's what I'd be looking at for you, buddy. I don't have time to look any farther into your account, but that's what I got for you. Was Speed Ross review skipped, or is my Discord bugged? Charles, keep in mind that everyone put in their stuff at the same time, which means what I see on my screen might be different than what you see on your screen. I already did Speed. I could have sworn I did Speed. Yeah, just finished Jabba going for Profundity, then JKCK, then Grand Inquisitor. I did yours. Did you miss it? Here, we'll go back in and double check. I don't remember what I said, but I said something to you. Do I remember what I said? Abso-freaking-lutely not. Yeah, so I said Imperial Super Commando and Gar Saxon is a good opportunity for something that you can do. But there was one other character that I was like, oh, I'll get some relic levels on them. I'm trying to remember who it was. Oh, Bosch Leia and Chrysanthemum was another one that I highly suggest getting some relic levels on. If you can, it definitely helps a lot. There's one other thing that I don't remember. Just rewind and go watch the section where I went through this roster, because I went through and I'm pretty sure there's one more thing I'm missing. Oh, Ladarius, we don't do ones from last week. We start with a new list every single day, so that way we aren't like doing one that someone's not here for. The only reason that we have ones that we did yesterday was because I just bum rushed through like 17 of them in like 5 minutes, because I had like 5 minutes of time. I was like, I'm just gonna do whatever's in front of me. Okay, Gconquerer. Let me check if you have skip in here. You do not have skip in here. Okay, Gconquerer. Dude, it's your GLs. I don't care what anything else is in this roster. Yeah, it's your GLs. You need to finish your GLs, dude. That is your main focus. Your first order officer is faster than your Hux. Very nice. So here's the thing. You've got a ton in your roster. I want you to finish Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren as fast as you can. Get them up to Relic 7. And then I want you to take a break, and I want you to get yourself some farms finished. You have a Jedi Knight Revan here. You have a Sith Empire team that's sitting around. You probably don't have a fully done CLS team, if I had to guess, although I'm seeing a couple Relic characters. You don't have a Triumvirate finished, but you have like all these characters kind of ready to go. And so I would say finish your farms for a bit, get yourself an Executor, and then move from there. You dishonor my entire family. No, I just try my best to respect people's time and make sure that everyone gets the opportunity to get a roster review that they will actually see, instead of one that's just sitting there and no one's going to ever see it that actually needs it. Here low on Kairos and Crystals due to pushing my array up to Relic 7. Fair enough. Yeah, but just take that time, dude. There you go. I get it, you're low on crystals and Kairos, but dude, that's only 100 Kairos. You should be able to do that fairly easily, even if you have to get it done by the second week of 3v3. There's your Savage is just a go-to. I do appreciate that you have the Qui-Gon Omicron. Your overall farming path is going to be SLKR, and then you're going to finish some farms and then go for I personally would break into the Rebels, even though you didn't buy the Lightspeed bundle. It's still going to be the best idea is to break into the Rebels. But because you don't have the Lightspeed bundles, JML is not the first one I suggest. I would actually suggest at this point kind of following what Ahnald did and go for Jabba and then break out from Jabba. And that's, in my personal opinion, going to be the best thing for this account. So go take a look at what Jabba, what his free-to-play is doing with Jabba and that kind of stuff. So. Early account roast. Alex, I don't know if you're still here, but we're gonna go through you. I got 5 more minutes. So like I got 3 minutes to actually look at accounts. The fact that you have a SWGOH is awesome. I love that. But dude, this is what looks like a Lightspeed bundle account into some of the worst farms you could possibly do. I love the Lightspeed bundles. They're great. You're gonna get gas as your first major character, and I love seeing that. But like, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not go for JMK. Do not go for Lord Vader. Both are going to be basically unable to be gotten for your account because of different factors, and so I just don't suggest going for them. So honestly, I would get what you can, level up your negotiator, and then come back when you have a Wat Tambor in your account. So I might build up some core teams, but like, dude, this is one of the roughest starts to an account because you just can't get Wat Tambor easily. So take some time, build out other teams. But for now, finish your panic farm is basically just finishing the gas farm that you bought your way into. Okay, let's see. Layus at the Eternal, very interesting. Where is she? Where is she? I don't see Luminara, so I'm guessing you dropped the Zeta. Good for you. I'm proud of you, dude. Way to help your guild. Okay, your panic farm is going to be Dark Trooper. It might be Beskar Mandalorian, but I think I'd prefer Dark Trooper. Okay, yeah. So you've got some finisher farms in your roster. I don't know where you're going or anything, what your next farm is, but you have some finisher farms hardcore. You need to relic your BAM. You need to relic your Dark Trooper. You need to relic your Marin. Oh, mission, no. Who needs mission? Your Dark Trooper, your Marin, you know, Iden Versio if you have the yeah, you need to relic your Iden like ASAP. So you got some finisher farms too. So 3 panic farms immediately right there. You're gonna need first things first, I'm gonna do Dark Trooper, and then I would probably do Beskar Mandalorian, then Marin, and Iden Versio. Iden Versio I'd probably put let's say Dark Trooper, Iden Versio, Beskar Mandalorian, Marin. That would be my order of operations. Have fun. Treomi is nice, but like it's not like I'm not dying to have it in there. He doesn't have a relic Treya, so I can understand them putting him off for now. Bobbin. Focusing on territory war homies. Okay. You do you, boo. Okay, I guess that is the end of our roster review extravaganza, so we can do Tyler's roster review. Thank you, my friend, for the $10. Okay, let's see. Nothing seriously like panicky that I'm seeing immediately. Honestly, you've done a fairly good job of finishing your farms. I would probably just relic maybe Jolie or Grief Karga since you've got them right here already close. Just something to fit in with your current teams that's going to be transformative. That's what I would suggest. So Jolie or Grief Karga is one of the 2 that I would do. Okay, Tyler. Yes, we can do your roster review since you paid. We'll do your roster review and then I got to get going. Lispa account, I have SLKR, BBA is the last rec for Ray, 5-star executor, getting 7th this month. Very nice. Also farming Batlubba, the BLT sandwich, and the Echelon mods suck at the moment except for SLKR. Thinking Jabba or Leia next. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to suggest to you the same thing I suggest to most Lightspeed bundlers because you bought the initial set of Lightspeed bundles. You have this Luke stuff. So overall, obviously, you're gonna start working towards, you know, getting your good stuff going. You're gonna get mods and that kind of thing. You've mentioned that, but like right here, you have a Jedi Knight Revan already in your roster. You have a CLS in your roster. You know, just overall, Jedi Master Luke's gonna fit in this roster so easily. To give you an idea, let's check your Rebels real quick. Let's see if you've been working on it. You haven't, so you need to start working on your Y-Wing pretty soon. So if your Y-Wing's looking rough, then I can understand Jabba. I wouldn't go for Leia. There's a reason to not go for Leia, and the reason being is she doesn't give you anything extra than a good team, and like her requirements don't really give you too much that's going to be super helpful, because it doesn't build any full teams. It's just lifters for teams. And so if you look at the JML farm, is you look at it and you're like, oh no, you know, what are we looking at here? Well, you have the old Ben at Relic 3 already. You have Jedi Training Ray at Relic 7 already. You're gonna, you know, get C-3PO up to Relic 3 for Jedi Knight Luke event. Mon Mothma you're not gonna have, but 3PO and Chewie, you know, it's gonna be something that you desperately need for your CLS anyways, and it's a really easy farm to do. Jedi Knight Luke you're gonna be getting for going this direction regardless. R2D2, yeah, that's gonna be a little rougher, but you know, you'll probably have R2D2 in your roster. Han Solo you probably have in your roster, and you have it at Relic 3 if you went for Jedi Knight Luke. Chewbacca you have at Relic 3 if you went for Jedi Knight Luke. Rebel Y-Wing, yeah, you got to get that, but that leads you into Profundity, and that's such a good ship for that fleet, so it's just going to work out great. Princess Leia you have done. Hermit Yoda you'll have at Relic 3. Wedge Antilles you'll have done. Biggs you'll have done. Lando Calrissian you have at Relic 3 of 5. So like you have half the requirements of JML, all the requirements that people don't like farming up for JML you have done. So now you just have to do the fun requirements that give you good teams in your roster. So that's why I typically suggest JML as the first person, but since you don't have a Y-Wing even unlocked, it might take you a long time to get that Y-Wing done. So I'm going to say Jabba into JML into Profundity would be my order of operations. Jabba will give you those mods, it'll give you a good team, you know, it'll build you some solid stuff, and with your Executor and that kind of thing, you already have like a Mandalorian, you already have a Bosk, you already have a BAM, and so building out the requirements of this will give you a Lord Vader counter because of Fennec Shand that's in here, and so you'll get a Lord Vader counter out of this. It'll start you on your path to go for JML, so you know, one of these two I think is going to be your best bet in general. Started buying Y-Wing out of Galactic War shipments. Yeah, do that and farm it with energy. I would do both if I were you. That would be my suggestion to you. But I would go, yes. I mean, I'll probably kick you if we get new players in here. Like that's basically the thing. Is like I've got an ally list, but like anyone on here is expendable except for the people that are like this, where you know they only have low gear characters. Like these people are the ones that I'm actually looking to have in my friends list. So I will accept anyone's friend request that comes in, but don't be surprised if you get deleted if you're not like a player who's newer to the game. So. But yes, start farming your Y-Wing now, start farming your Outrider now, and start pushing towards Jabba, JML. It's just, I personally would go JML first, especially if you don't have Outrider 7 stars. But, like, yeah, you should be pushing into the Rebel Trinity, 100%. And I get it, if Leia's a PP, you can go for Leia first. Like, you know, you do what you want, but... Yeah, you don't have either of them. Yeah, so I would go for JML because you don't have Outrider either. JML is just going to be faster because you can do Galactic War shipments as well as energy, so that's what I would do. We've switched a couple times, but I'm settling on JML. I would do JML and then break wherever way you want. If you want to go for Leia first, go for Leia because Leia is going to be, you know, a good GL for you, and if it's a PP, it's a PP. I personally would go JML Profundity. Jabba is my go-to way of doing it, just because the extra GL ship is super nice and it shares requirements with JML, and you already have most of JML done. So that's the path I'm taking. That's the path I'd suggest you take. So if Leia is a PP, she's kind of is in the sequel trilogy. Okay. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, no problem, Tyler. It has been good to have each and every one of you here with me. We now have a new damn sugar daddy. Noxious Nexes is our new sugar daddy. Big thanks to him. I will be giving him that role in just a moment. Unfortunately, we are out of time for today. Keep an eye out Friday. You can take a look at my stream schedule to see what time it is for your time zone in my stream schedule. It is all according to your time zone, so you don't have to go do some math or anything, so it'll be really easy for you to find out. We're doing a roster review extravaganza on Friday, so keep an eye out and we'll just go through every roster that we can. We'll be taking time to do it. You know, I have quite a bit of time that day, so here's to hoping that I can get through everyone. I don't know if we'll get through everyone, but I will try my best. Big thanks to the damn best Gconquerer. You've been very, very generous this last month or so. I love you with all my heart. Big thanks to our damn elite. Keep an eye out for all our new content, and keep an eye out for the content that we already have. We have some fun things like hanging out with Scribe, you know, getting a roster review from Nooch Too Good, talking, you know, some fun stuff, talking about our first Star Wars memories with Asteroid Mech. We have some fun things out there for those of you who are part of the damn elite. And big thanks to those who contribute to the damn. You guys are very helpful. You are getting us towards that Ahsoka Tano that we should be getting, hopefully. We've made some solid progress, and I appreciate each and every one of you for that progress. Love you guys all. We're gonna check really quick if we can find someone to raid, see if anyone's out there. Keep the party going, you know how it is. Let's see what we got over on our YouTube side. We have dang, okay, hold on, when is this starting? Oh, he put it a day out in advance. Okay, doesn't look like anyone I follow is streaming, but let's check if there's anyone that I don't follow. Here we go. We got quite a few people, including hey, you know, Jack1best was just here, and it looks like he's streaming right now, doing the Nabu raid. So we'll pass you guys on over there. And then on Twitch, let's see if we can get someone over there. You know, pass the love around, since we've been being loved by the guy who rated us at the beginning of our stream. So let's see if we can pass the love to another small streamer. We do love our small streamers. Looks like this guy is doing a new player experience run, some territory battles, some conquest. So we're gonna pass you guys over to him. He looks like he's having a good time. So, boop. Let's get you guys ready to go over there. But thank you guys so much for being here. I wish I had more time. I wish I had all the time in the world to spend with you guys. Maybe one day when I get out of this job and find another job that works a little bit better, I don't have to work 10 to 12 hour days, I will be able to spend as much time as possible getting all your guys' roster reviews. Keep an eye out. We are moving the damn soon, so we will have more time for those roster reviews. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see each and every one of you in the next video. Bye-bye.